Like, fuck it then. Yo, what's happening? Alright, let's see what we got. I got the TV.
Wait, if you've been a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, this is the money glitch that's getting members properly compensated.
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
Any type of audio of these exhibits that were going to be portrayed. The government wanted to keep this material out of public record. The defense involved is pretty much the bill.
All right, so I got some transcripts right here. I'll be reading off. Everybody share, retweet. Let me see something right fast. How do I do? Okay, hold on, wait. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see what we can do about this light right here.
Especially with so many eyes on this case. And so, they wanted to address this issue. The media did have a response through a lawyer, not 100% sure what they were with, but the media's response was pretty much that the press needs to see these. The testimony isn't necessarily suitable for these images because, the big question is, was this consensual?
All right, let's roll with that then. What's up, everybody? What's up? Okay, here's the thing.
So this is the big thing. Like, shit.
All right. So I got the transcripts. Hey, I'm Big Lowski. Everybody share. I got the transcripts. I'm about to invite some people in if they want to talk. About to invite some people in if they want to talk. Give me a second. Give me a second.
So they said, over the big speeches. No, these kids is probably, imagine these kids like, what? Crazy. So what they want to do is headphones.
Let's see. There we go. All right, so let's get it retweeted out. I'm about to read some stuff here. Had to get my kids all settled in. But now we can get to business. Damn, TV loud as shit.
He files mad motions and lawsuits himself.
Okay. Now we're talking. All right. So, oh yeah, that's right. Let's get this set down. We're about to get started in a minute, everybody. Just give me a second. Anybody want to call in? I'm about to put it in the description down at the bottom. Ew. Put in the description down at the bottom. All right, so the link to watch is going to be down there in the comments. Okay. There we go. All right. All right, so this is the transcripts reports. All right, so I got the docket. Okay. All right, pretty deep stuff, man. Pretty crazy stuff. All right. All right. So, all right, U.S. versus Sean Combs. All rise. All right. I'm reading the transcripts, the direct transcripts. All rise. And this is the judge is Judge Sumbamanian. Judge Sumbamanian. Let's see if we can get a visual, y'all. Let's see if we can get a visual of Judge Sumbamanian. It's man, it keeps getting deeper and deeper as we go. It keeps getting deeper and deeper. See if we can learn a little bit about who the judge is in this case. It's a weird ass name. What is that? Sambam man. Ian. Fucking weird ass stupid name. Spell on. Get out of here. Okay, this is some Indian guy. And that's a Subramian. Okay. That's all right. Subramian. I think I know it. There we go. There we go. A little bit more light up in here. It's a little too much light now. All right. So this right here is the judge that's going to be residing over the case. Right here. This guy. This fella. All right. Boy, if you don't move out my damn face, my dog keeps coming and sitting his toy in front of me. He wants me to play with him. No. No. Move. All right. Aaron Suburbian, who served as United States District Judge, her life, someone was born in Pittsburgh to a Tamil family from India. Okay. Served as a law clerk, federal judicial services, noble cases, and October was designated judge overseas criminal case of Sean Diddy Combs. So this is claim to fame right here, huh? It's like it's claim to fame. And for folks coming in, we going over the judge. We're gonna break it all down. I got all the transcripts right here in front of me, y'all. I got it all in front of me right here. Just getting to know about the judge and everybody involved. So this is it. This is like the only thing he's really known for. Born in Pittsburgh. Ooh. Born in Pittsburgh. Computer science and English from Case Western, where he was recognized as James Kent, and okay. He was a partner of the prominent law firm Sussman. Okay. billion dollars was successfully recovered over. The attorney of Indian origin has successfully recovered over $1 billion on behalf of public and private entities that were victims of fraud. Okay, so that's civil. Oh well, I mean criminal. Fraud is criminal. All right. Well, there you go. They go to judge. We know a little bit about him. Is everything good over here? Make sure everything's good over here. Yep, everything's good. Okay, great. Okay, we got balance. Yo, balance, you there, bro? Unmute your mic. You gotta unmute. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, balance. Unmute your mic. Cause we're getting hot and heavy up in here, man. I got the TV on in the background.
Yeah, can you hear me now, Lo?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you. What's up, big dog?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to unmute the mic, man. I just got on here. This is the first time I'm using this shit. All right,
Right,
what's
right.
going on? I
That
was
man,
looking at the broadcast, but I couldn't. Huh?
that man. How everything going for you, bro? What you been up to?
Celebrating my birthday. Today my B-day.
Oh man, happy birthday, bro.
Just chilling. I'm finna watch the game. Yeah, I'm finna watch these games right quick. I'm just
That's a
chilling.
lot going on.
I seen this came through the chat. Huh?
Yeah, it's a lot going on, man. DDG, this
Yeah, I
situation.
know. You been on this Diddy case. I've been
Yeah,
following it too. I want to see if you coming up with some of the stuff I've been seeing though. I've been listening.
yeah, man. I got the transcript right here, so I'm reading directly from the transcript. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I might have to switch phones because this phone is acting janky. I don't know what's up with it.
yeah, it's making like a little weird noise, man. Yeah, go get that figured out for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch phones. I'm gonna come back. I'll be right back.
All right. So I got the docket right here. Uh, so I pulled up the judge. We took a look at the judge. Have the privacy screens been installed? Okay, no. All right. So the defense has sent a zip file of text messages. These are the text messages from Cassie Venturia. All right. So they opened up the file. So there's going to be an exhibit that's going to be included. um. Several chains. They got plenty of messages. Um. All right. I'm fast forwarding. Uh. So I think it's best that we start with yesterday. That might be a good idea. Let's start with yesterday. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. One second. I'm gonna start from yesterday. Did you see the transcripts from yesterday? Balance. Did anybody see from yesterday? Uh-oh. Oh, not right now. Balance drunk tonight. Oh yeah. I hope he is. Shit, it's his birthday. Shit, he should be getting drunk. Yeah, he's supposed to be getting drunk. It's his birthday. Uh, one second. We're getting to it. I'm just waiting on everybody to get on here. Just waiting on everybody to get on in here. Okay. Let's try to get through these issues efficiently as we have the jurors waiting. We have a letter from the jury that will make court exhibit 1 on the videos. All right. This is by evidence. It's coming into the case. All right. All right. Let's get to the transcripts, baby. He suspected she was cheating on him. She did not answer her phone. She got into a bar fight and tried to kill someone. So it's relevant to his suspicion. So this is how they was challenging evidence to be admissible or not in the court. Get to the actual transcripts parts, man. Everybody, make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all share, and and feel free to call in, man, and give your opinion. Feel free to call in. I'll let you speak. All right, y'all ready? Let's go. All right. So prosecutor is AUSA, which stands for American U.S. Attorney, United States Attorney Johnson. How old are you? Talking to Cassie, 38. What is your work? Musician, entertainer, she says. How long were you with Sean? 10 years. Okay. They starting off light. This is how they usually do it. Get things warmed up, provide context. Did you get in arguments? Yes. It would result in violence, dragging. That's what she said. What else did he do? Stump me in the head if I was down. How frequently was he violent? Too frequently. I would get black eyes and bruises. Uh, so let me show you a video. This is what the prosecutor says. Let me show you a video. Where is this? She asked. The Intercontinental in Los Angeles. It was after freak off. And then prosecutor asked, what does that entail? The hiring of an escort, setting it up. Prosecutor asked, it's over your account. Review options. Okay. My bad. I was reading some messages here. Did you agree to one when he first proposed one? She said yes. Then there were more. It wasn't something I wanted to do, at least not that frequently. All right, that's what Ventura said, which is Cassie. That's what Cassie said. Cassie also said, I didn't know what no could turn into. And prosecutor asked, what do you mean? Making him angry, she said. What were you afraid would happen if you said no? Through time, he had blackmail materials. What did you get? What did you give the government? Laptops. I've handed up GXB. Do you recognize it? Yes, she says. I reviewed the drive. It has communication documents pertaining to Mr. Combs. Okay. Did you review photos on it? Toria? Yes. What's the photos? Me in 2004 with Carrie Morgan. In 2004? How old was she in 2004? Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on. How old was she? Because when they met in 2009, right? Okay. Okay. She was 18 years old. Is that when they met? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Carrie Morgan. When did you sign with Bad Boy Records? 2006. It was a 10 album deal. 10 album deal is already crazy. Did they meet in 2004 or 2006? Because man, damn. Cutting it close, man. 18 years old. Ridiculous, young dog. That's a kid, bro. 10 album. You signed a 10 album deal at 18. Psh. Did you release any after late 2006? No. Who's in the video? Who's in the photo? She asked. Kim Porter. She was Sean's ex from before me and the mother of his children. Where did you celebrate your birthday? In the photo? In Las Vegas. Kerry Morgan was there too. We were out on his patio on my 21st birthday. I just Googled it. That doesn't make any sense. It just said in 2004 she was 18. What happened then? Sean kissed me in the bathroom. So in the picture, if she was in the picture, okay, that's another photo. That's another photo. Okay. All right. So it was her 21st birthday, and that's when P Diddy first made his move. In the bathroom, I ran back to my hotel. I told Carrie, when you got back to New York, she asked, I'd visit him in a Trump hotel in Columbus Circle. His apartment was being renovated. Where were you going with your music career? Trying to come up with the concept. Sean called all the shots. Right. Okay. Okay. Sean called all the shots. Hold on, y'all. My bad. I'm texting the homie. The homie dealing with some stuff right now. When you got back to New York, okay. What is the age difference between you and Sean? She says 17 years. All right. Prosecutor asks, how did you feel when Sean invited you to hotels? Nervous, excitement. We're going to talk about music. He introduced me to oral sex. I didn't understand it. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. The innocent mind. Did you visit Sean in Miami? The prosecutor asked. She said yes. I went with Kerry Morgan and Dallas Austin. What did you and Sean do together? Sexual intercourse, she said. He gave me blue dolphin ecstasy on the boat. Mm. We on the boat. All they did was get high and fuck on the boat. Mm-mm. I'm saying, like I wouldn't enjoy it, but not the drug part. Not the drug part, no. But had you once before taking ecstasy unintentionally? Had you once before? So that mean by an accident? That's a weird way of asking that question. He gave me. So yes, so she's saying that she was slipped some ecstasy without knowing. That's what she's saying right here. Had you once before taken ecstasy unintentionally? The prosecutor said, and she said, yes. How did you take ecstasy unintentionally? And Cassie said it was in Gatorade. When you took it intentionally with Sean, how did it feel? Like rolling, she said. I guess like rolling, like spinning a little bit, huh? I guess like spinning. Oh, this is crazy. My bad. Shit was hooked up to the charger, man. So that's why I'm sitting all awkward and shit. Uh, it was in the Gatorade that we were spending a lot of time. Okay, at the time, what did you think? And she said that we were spending a lot of time together. Come here, dude. Come here. Since you want to be on TV so bad. Since you want to be all up on here so bad, let me. There you go. Here you go. Y'all see him? Y'all see him? He's a superstar. Look at that. He wants to be a superstar. Oh, yeah, get on my nerves. Let's try to get that out of the way. Let's get back to it, man. That we're spending a lot of time together. I thought we were. What's this word? I know this word. Oh, okay. I thought we were monogamous. Was it made public? No, I was his artist. Also, his family, his children. Who was linked to him publicly? Kim Porter. That's what they asked her, and she answered Kim Porter. The prosecutor said, "How did Shun treat you at this time?" "We had fun," she said. They had fun. You hear that? They had fun. That's how I'd be if I was a lawyer. You hear that, people? Had fun. Let's continue. I'm being a goofball. Sorry. Um, what was his lifestyle? That's what the prosecutor asked. We had all these assistants. He could get things done. He traveled quite a bit. Then they asked, "What's this photo?" I guess they held up a photo, and it had Sean at a strip club in New York in 2007 or 2008 Halloween. Okay, so it was Halloween in the strip club. P Diddy. How did Sean's moves vary? Day to day, she said. When it swung, the prosecutor asked, "Could you describe it?" Uh, Cass said, "Anger, zoning out." "How did it impact you?" "Greatly. The next thing I knew, I was getting hit in the face. There was also psychological abuse. He'd tell me to watch my mouth, change my face like a kid. Watch your mouth." Ew, your feet stink. Bitch, watch your mouth. The prosecutor said, "How would he keep tabs on you? We didn't live far apart. He'd send security to come find me, or a trusted assistant." "Like who?" she asked. Or like who? The prosecutor asked. And this is Attorney USA Johnson. Ventura. Let me look that up. So we got the judge right there, and then we're gonna say uh, Johnson Diddy. Okay. What's her name? Emily Johnson. That's her name. Emily Johnson. Let's see if we can get a visual. Let's see if we can get a visual. Um. Okay. Okay. Uh, Paywall. So that's her, huh? Okay. That's her. So this is the person that's asking the questions right now. Attorney Attorney USA Emily Johnson. A white woman, a young white woman at that. I guess it was a tactic to probably like use her. Probably to use her or something. Because a female be able to open up a little bit more type of work, you know. The hell? Okay. So this is her right here. That's Emily Johnson, attorney Emily Johnson, right there. Okay, she's asking the questions. She's turning up the heat right now. All right. All right. Comes. He'll tell me to watch my mouth. All right. How would he keep tabs on you? Okay, I already read that part. Or a trusted assistant, like who? She asks. David James, Christina Karam. Was your relationship exclusive? No, she said. Did you see other men? She said yes. Did Sean see other women? Alex, stop it. Ventura. Did Sean see other women? Yeah, he said. Ventura said yes. He said, "I am, I am Puff Daddy. I was insanely jealous." Okay, so Cassie said that yes, he's seen other women, and that he said, "I am Puff Daddy," and I guess she was insanely jealous, according to her. Did you move to LA with him? She said yes. He wanted to be close to his kids who were there. Okay. And the attorney said, "Where did you live in Los Angeles?" 875 Comstock Comstock Avenue. All right, so that's the Wilshire Carrata condos. Let's look that up. Let's look that up. I don't know. I can't remember how those look. Okay. Okay. Fancy, huh? Fancy. Okay. Nice. Pretty nice. Oh, y'all can't even see it, huh? Okay, there you go. 875 Comstock, Wilshire. All right. All right. Hold on. One second. All right. Let's get back to it. How tall was the building? No more than 17 floors. Just like we just saw. No more than 17 floors. Let me minimize this mug right here, so y'all can see this handsome man. Let's see. Did the son would use golf cart to get back and forth? Okay. Where did Sean? So she only stayed there. Okay, she only stayed at that location that we just looked at, y'all. All right, and he was at 200 South Mapleton. 200 South Mapleton. Where is that at? Where is this? This is a crib. Did he rent it? Oh, yeah. 17,000 square foot. Is it for sale? Is it off the market? Okay. No, it's for sale. Okay. So this is what Diddy stayed at? Did he rent? I don't know. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. $61 million. God damn. How long did he stay there? I wonder. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. You know I'm nosy. Make sure y'all share, retweet. Let's get back to it. All right, so that's what Diddy stayed at right there when he was chasing Cassie around, whooping that ass. Came over there and so she said that he used to drive over there in a golf cart with the baby oil. You know I was gonna throw that in there. Who paid your rent in LA, Sean? Except when I had the house in Studio City. And then they asked, why did you pay then? I could afford it then, and I wanted to have some control. It was accepted. By whom, Sean? Where'd she get money from? How many songs did you write while with Sean? Hundreds. Most were never released. Some got leaked on the internet, some on mixtapes. How many albums on your deal were not released? 9. Did you get paid for them? No. He didn't even pay. She signed a stupid ass contract and then didn't get paid. Was she writing songs for people? She probably wasn't that good. This is important right here. This is important. The freak offs became the job. See, he didn't have any use for her in one division, so he moved her to a different department. She got transferred. She got transferred to a different department. I figured this was the issue. This was she got stuck. Hundreds. Okay, did you get paid? No. The freak offs became a job. There was no time to do anything else but do them, then try to recover. Damn, the freak offs took all your time. That's crazy. How much time in your week will freak offs take? Yo, that question is crazy, nigga. That question is the prosecutor asked Cassie in court on the stand, quote, how much time in your week would freak offs take? Good lord, what a question. Just coming in. What in the world? Okay. All right, appreciate it. Thank you, Reps. I don't know who Reps is. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot. Let me holler at the homie, bro. Who has it? Come on here. Hold on, y'all. One second. Are you busy? I'll be so discombobulated, y'all. I'll be on some other shit. Yeah, I'm saying that is crazy. That is crazy. Um, going back. Okay, how much time we? Okay, the longest was 4 days. Significant periods of time. 4 day long freak off was the duration of one freak off was 4 days because a security guard did say that they used to be in that room for like 3 days straight. So it's possibly that she could be talking about like one session of freak off was 4 days long. All right, let me do some. How do I? Hold on. Okay, let me do this. Hold on, y'all. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, goddamn, 4 days, right? Right? Hold on, y'all. My bad. He actually followed me. My bad, y'all. I'm replying to so I'm about to send a link. I'm about to bring somebody in here. If I can. Okay, let's do it like this. All right, my bad, y'all. Okay, back. I'm back. Oh, that's my spot. My bad, my bad. I'm getting back to it. I'm getting back to it. Getting back to it. Let's get back to it. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I had to go back and find it in my phone.
Hey,
Hey, boss lady, what's up? Oh, shit. Let me fix this. How you doing?
oh,
What's up?
I'm good. Long time no see.
Long time no see. Where you been?
Shit, moving, working, being productive.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You been paying attention to this Diddy case?
Oh my gosh, who hasn't?
Yeah, it's been nuts. It's been crazy. I got my hands on the transcripts, so
Who
that's
needs
kind
to
of a
get your
big
hands on
deal.
the transcripts? I would hate to get in an argument with anybody because you're gonna get the transcripts.
Man, I love transcripts. I love documents, and I love talking about it and breaking it down. So you jumped in at a good time. We basically set the stage. You know what I'm saying? Everything started off nice. She was 18 at the time. Well, when he first met, then the 21st birthday, he kissed her. Then she was excited, and immediately it just started off like, you know what I'm saying? Invited her to the Trump Tower, was staying in Trump Tower together. It was just all his sex and blah, blah, blah. Hold on. We get into it. We get into it. I presume, hold on. But yeah, so what all do you know about it so far?
Well, from what I did my own research on, her saying how she was a witness or even participant in some of the sexual acts, how he forced her to rub semen into his nipples and other acts that she had to perform with other people. She even seen him in the act with men. It was a lot to take in. It was a lot to take in, I ain't gonna lie. But honestly, I don't want to jump too far of a conclusion, but she stayed with him for 10 years.
Right.
So it's like, what was so disgusting that you put up with it for 10 years? I mean, the money must have blinded her, right?
Mm, I mean, it seems like she thought she was, moving up, trying to fuck her way. So she was trying to fuck her way into a position, but end up it seemed like getting stuck like at one spot. She stopped being known as Cassie the singer and started being known as Cassie the house sex pet for Diddy, and that kind of became her, what I'm saying, her role. You feel me? So I'm trying to get back to where I was.
My bad. Somebody had called.
No, I was just saying she stopped being known as Cassie, the singer, and started being known as Cassie, the house pet sex slave, and that kind of made her stuck. So it seems like she tried to fuck her way up, but end up getting stuck at that certain position.
Ooh, so all right, since you worded it that way, she tried to fuck her way up but got stuck at the position she was in as being the house pet. Is should we feel sorry for her because she already knew what she was getting into and she practically signed the contract?
I would feel sorry for her just simply because of her age. I mean, right out the gate at 18 years old, she was thrown out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was thrown to the wolves at 18. She was raised in this situation. She became a woman, while this billionaire was humping on her. You know what I'm saying?
So
Essentially.
then, so then, why raise the allegation of basically her but what I'm trying to say is she already knew, like you said, she tried to fuck her way up. She thought by messing with Diddy would give her this great stage to be a great singer and have the best producers, music producers, music writers at at her feet. She assumed that by dealing with Diddy, she would have all of this access, which she kind of did, but knowing Diddy and men of his power, they don't want you to oversee, them or the power that you may hold. So yeah, he purposely kept her stuck. But again, she still agreed to do it. And she was 18. We all know 18, you're an adult. You are an adult. You're an adult.
Right, right,
She
right.
wasn't a child. So she knew exactly what she was getting into. She thought
So,
by her
so you gonna do that whole
beauty
thing?
and her talent that she could become the next Beyonce or Aaliyah.
So you don't think that whole, teenager
She was
and
an adult.
being groomed? So yeah, you go.
No, she was an adult. I can understand if she was R. Kelly age, if she was 15, 16. No, she was a full adult. She was already in the music industry. She didn't have to deal with Dilly, but since Diddy sent for her, and honestly, she thought she could use her femininity to get what she want, but then it just kept her stuck as being a house pet for 10 years. Like, I can understand if she was woman enough to say, well, listen, I outgrew what Diddy put me through. I wanted to be a real wife. I wanted to be a mother because I think she's on child number 3 or number 4. If she would have said it like that, sure. But now she's trying to paint the picture like, oh my God, he had me rubbing semen in his nipples. Oh my God, he made me have sex with men while he watched. Oh my God, I had to have sex with 5 bitches while he watched. He made me do acts on my own self. No, she's trying to paint the pictures like she's the victim. You collected money. You was well off. You didn't have to be a singer if you didn't want to. Not saying that, what Diddy was doing was wrong, but at the end of the day, there's nobody coming out saying that he was dealing with minors. He was dealing with full adults, grown adults that can say
Mhm.
yes or no.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I think it was just I think constant sex all the time just got to her, and she probably felt unclean because like she said, and I quote, the antibacterial wasn't working anymore. She just probably just she just probably had a revelation in her life. You know what I'm saying? It was just probably just too much sex. She just probably just didn't want to do it anymore. She probably wanted to slow down and get control of her life and become a mom. That's what I really do think, because soon after she dumped Diddy and got with the tennis trainer, she got pregnant right away. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
So
Yeah,
she just probably had her own life revelation, but ain't no need to throw him under because you put up with it for 10 years. Ain't no Stockholm syndrome over here.
right, right, right. I was on the floor. Wait a minute. Uh,
What's your take on it though?
um, I mean, so basically, I all right. So originally, what I'm saying, I was kind of a little bit on your side, but after reading through these transcripts, that's the reason why I'm trying to bring them up. After reading through, what I'm saying, these all these transcripts and stuff, man, it's starting to sound like I'm starting to like feel like a little sympathy towards her, a little bit. It seems like she was she kind of had like this innocent, what I'm saying, like I don't know, like a Michael Jackson type of mind. Like she was like real young, like an undeveloped brain. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. I think I got it right here. I think I got it pulled up. Okay, how would you keep tabs? Okay, I got it right here. I kind of lost it for a minute, but but I got it back. The But the freakouts became a job. There was no time to do anything else but do them, then try to recover. How much time in your week will freak-offs take? Is the crazy part. The longest was 4 days. So what I'm saying. I guess I heard a security guard say that they would go in a room and spend days inside the room together, and then they would spend days inside the room and just get high. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it was a long period of time.
May I ask what kind of high was it?
She says she would do GHB, which I believe is like an ecstasy or something, and she would go on what's called a G hole. So I'm gonna go through. Those are gonna be in the scripts from the day. These are the ones from yesterday. I got both of them, so I'm gonna go through those too. Free calls became a job. Okay, they're back, Judge. They had went out. How did you make money if your records weren't being released? And this is the prosecutor's asking. You know, this attorney, and I had put up right here. This is the attorney that's asking the questions. Female attorney Emily Johnson. That's her right there. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. Okay, looks like attorney Emily Johnson right there. Let me take this down. That. You see that? Okay. So she is the one that is questioning during the examination, direct examination. That's what it's called. Cross examining is whenever it is somebody the defense is asking questions of the testimonies or whatever. This is a direct examination. All right, so that's her, and she said, "How did you make money was released? I did hosting parties when Sean approved them. All right. Then the prosecutor asked, "What comments did Sean make about your physical appearance? That I look too Mexican with my hair like that. Look too Mexican with their hair like that. Uh, guess he ain't like the whole Mexican look.
Well,
Uh,
what is her ethnicity before you continue?
I think it is. I think she is Hispanic. Let's
Oh,
look.
she's Hispanic.
Let's have a look. Cassie ethnicity. That's a good person. Um, it's a mix. Her mother's African American, so it's black and Mexican with West Indian, and her father is Filipino. So hold on. So her mother is black, Mexican, and African, and her dad is she like a little punch bowl. She got
Okay.
everything.
She got everything from the east and west side.
Racially ambiguous. We got some comments down here. That sound like a meth head. That sound like some okay. And that's Reps. Reps said, damn, singer to the full-time prostitute. Yeah, that's what happens. Like she got into it with singing, and then she said quickly, like it quickly went from music to just fucking. Her job was just to do freak offs, okay, for this guy. She signed up for a 10 album contract. Only made one album, and just completely the rest of it was just freak offs. So I guess
I
and she probably would. She said she had hundreds of songs that she actually wrote and recorded, but it seems like they probably just weren't that good.
listen. I hate to sound so inhumane, but she signed a 10 album contract and only produced one album.
She signed a 10 album contract at 18 years old or 21.
So
What
that's
was it?
practically
19
the
years old.
10 years. Like you could produce an album each year, or 2 hours between in a year, if you're good.
And yeah, and only did one, but she said she got paid for none. So she signed a 10 album contract and did not get paid, and then got transferred to the. Seemed like she got transferred to the free golf division of Diddy.
But all right, again, who was on her team legally that could have helped her with the contract or the agreement she had with Diddy? Because yes, we all knew Diddy was a freak league, you know what I'm saying? But nobody forced her to be with Diddy for 10 years rather than the 10 album contract. If she didn't, I mean, the 10 album contract, she only produced one. It really didn't do that good. The only song I know her to do was Me and You and the song with Nicki Minaj. Or was it Rihanna?
Mhm. I think it was.
Nicki
I
Minaj.
thought it was Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. Something about boys. When she had half her hair cut off and the rest was like half her head
Oh,
shaved.
oh, you know what? That was. I'm thinking about Sierra. Yeah, you're right.
But all
Yeah.
right, so what is she doing musically? What else was she doing musically? She wasn't she's very beautiful. She wasn't getting no modeling contracts as far as being the face of something, no makeup contracts
Yeah,
to
like Love or something.
she wasn't
Long
doing anything. Like she didn't even have a 360 deal or anything.
Me and You. Is it you?
Is it you?
That was pretty big.
I'm looking for love in my life, and you're the one
Oh
that
no, you on
I've
this?
been waiting for. Is it
Nah, nah, that wasn't.
She
Uh,
sounded like Christina Milian.
yeah. Well, at the same time, that whole look. This is the same time Sierra came out. So
Hmm.
like the skinny light skinned dancing girl it was like five of them. It was a whole bunch of them that was popping at the time, and it was kind of hard. She kind of got caught up in the mix of all that. So many, you know what I'm saying? It was just a whole bunch of skinny, pretty dancing light skinned girls. All looked the same. Like they kind of had went overboard.
All right, so boom. My thing is, I felt like the hand that she was dealt, she just didn't play it right. Because look at
seeing you
Young Miami.
now?
Young Miami was doing the same thing willingly, and she had got a talk show. She got awarded for being the hottest talk show over Drunk Champs, and they was out before Carisha Please.
Mm-hmm.
So Miami actually used what she got to get what she want and made sure she got what she want. I feel like Cassie just probably wasn't sticking up for herself and was just allowing him to okay, like you know how I'm not trying to paint a picture of all guys, but you do have men who will, if you ask for something, they'll go around the whole question and divert what you're asking for to something else.
Right,
I,
right.
I feel like she allowed herself to be diverted.
All right. Well, let me get back to it so you can get like more context. Because I want you to actually get like a picture of what's going on.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So like, how did you make your money? Okay, I did hosted parties. What? I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let me see. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Okay. What was his lifestyle like? He had all these assistants. He could get things done. He traveled quite a bit. What's this photo? So she holds up. The prosecutor holds up a photo. Sean and I at a strip club in New York, like 2007, 2008, Halloween. How did Sean's moves vary day to day? Um, when it swung, could you describe it? And she said, anger, zoning out. How did it impact you? Greatly, she said. The next thing I knew, I was getting hit in the face. There was also psychological abuse. He'll tell me to watch my mouth, change my face. The prosecutor said, How would he keep tabs on you? Cassie said, we didn't live far apart. He'd send security to come find me or a trusted assistant. Like who? Prosecutor asked. David James, Christina Karam. I don't know who those people are. I'm not even going to bother looking them up. Was your relationship exclusive? She said no. Did you see other men? She said yes. Did Sean see other women? Yes. He said, I am Puff Daddy. And then she became jealous. This is what she testified to. Did you move to LA with him? Prosecutor asked. Yes. He wanted to be close to his kids who were there. Where did you live in LA? 875 Comstock Avenue. And we had looked that up, and it was a nice little cozy apartment. How tall was the building? 17 floors. Where did Sean live? 200 South Mapleton. We looked at a big ass crib, which is weird. Why he didn't let her live with him? I don't get that. Cause I don't think Kim Porter alive then. What was this? 2000 and when did Kim Porter die?
Shit, within 10 years ago. I think he was married to Kim Porter while Cassie was his girlfriend.
Let's see. When did she die? Okay. Okay. Yeah, she died recent. Damn, I feel like it was a way. I feel like it was like I thought like 2013 or something. It said 2018. Okay, yeah, I'm tripping. All right,
Yeah, in 2018, Cassie was Diddy's girlfriend or sex slave.
all right. So that's why they was in two separate cribs. Okay, wow. All right. All right. So it said two unsound Sean would use a golf cart to get back and forth in the golf cart. Who paid your rent in LA? Sean, except when I had the house in Studio City. Why do you pay then? I could afford it then, and I wanted to have some control. It was accepted by whom? Sean. How many songs did you write while with Sean? And she said hundreds. Most were never released. Some got leaked on the internet, some on mixtapes. The prosecutor asked, how many albums on your deal were not released? 9. So she only did one. Prosecutor said, did you get paid for them? She said, no. The freakouts became a job, she said. There was no time to do anything else but do them, then try to recover. How many times in your week would freak offs take? It's crazy how they using the phrase freak offs. I thought we made that up. I didn't know they actually used this.
We did make it up, but they're using it to word it how we would word it.
So they adopted it.
They adopted it. Yep.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I'm about to say, how the hell we find out what they call it? Freak off. The longest was 4 days. Significant periods of time. It's a lot of fucking. That's a lot of screwing. Okay, so they take a break in court. Then they come back at 1:16 p.m. This is yesterday's transcripts. How did you make money if your records weren't being released? I did hosting parties when Sean approved them. What comments did Sean make about your physical appearance? It was too Mexican. How did he like your nails? White, French tipped. And the hair? Okay, so that what you was talking about, Phoenix? Phoenix had heard that she heard that he always wanted his women's nails to be white in order to for the reflection off of somebody doing the freak offs or something. I don't know. Let's see if she gets into it. It varied. I shaved my head in 2009. Your body. So that's why she shaved her head because you look like a Mexican. I don't know. All right, in 2009, he told me to work out, prepare for the freak. Yo, this is in the transcripts. I'm not bullshitting. All right. She said, he told me to work out and prepare for the freak offs. Nigga, what? Wow, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Was like 19, 20, 21 when it was? Sheesh. Imagine that at that age. All right. How did you feel about his comments? It varied. She said, what else did Sean pay for? Cars. Did he give you cash? Yes. But he would take things away depending on how he felt. What else would he take away? My self confidence. My self confidence. That ain't funny. I'm sorry. It's just it's hilarious, but it's not. My self confidence. She said, "Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. My kids. Let's get back to it. But he would take my confidence. Who would take things away? The prosecutor asked. Staff. I assume. And then Cassie said, "I assume staff." Then the defense jumped up and said, "Objection. Jury will disregard the last answer." Uh, and then the prosecutor said, "Who look your laptop and phone?" So I guess it was sustained. It don't got sustained over there. Hmm. Yeah, go take a bath. My bad, kids. Trying to get
Okay,
my.
Papa Bear.
You know how it is, man. I gotta get these kids together and still gotta be a dad. Uh, and my laptop about to die. But I just charged it up. Let's go. All right. How often did you contact? How often? How long would they be gone for? Okay, this is a typo. So it's who took your laptop and phone? Security. How long would they be gone for? However long I was being punished for. How often were you in contact with Sean's staff? Daily. Who are in these photos? So they hold up a photo. And this is exhibit evidence 332. Christina Carmona and Miss Fletcher. Prosecutor asked, "What did you call Miss Carmona?" KK. And who's this? D Rock. He was Sean's security. How frequently were you in Sean's residence? All the time. Did they all have safes? Yes. What did you observe in them? Cash, jewelry, cameras, videotapes. Oh my God. Videotapes. See, that's why they raided that nigga house. They want them damn videotapes. They somewhere. They somewhere about to be lost. They about to lose them bitches.
I have a
Um,
question before you continue.
yeah, what's up?
Is it illegal to have sex parties?
No.
Is it illegal to record having or record the sex party or the sexual acts?
I believe it depends on the state, a two-party state, long as it's consensual, long as they consent to it. If not, then I know they can't release it, or that would be illegal under revenge porn, and that's a federal offense over state lines. Oh, that's yeah, that's over state lines. If you release it over the internet without their permission, that's revenge porn.
Okay, I'm done with my questions.
But I guess it could get in the wrong hands. Somebody release it. Who was recording it? I don't know. Somebody. I didn't know somebody was recording it. I didn't release it. It got over here, and then somebody somehow ate. CNN got it. You know, but yeah, that's the those tapes, those bribery blackmail tapes are worth probably billions and billions of dollars.
Oh, I mean, when you break it down like that, because there are men who we presume to be heterosexual are being um associated with Diddy parties. So we
Well,
don't know who were recorded. We don't know who's recorded as far as a heterosexual man. I mean, all speculations is pointing at Meek Mill, Will Smith, Tisha Campbell husband. I mean, well, Tisha Campbell husband. They said Tisha Campbell husband and Will Smith did something, but where did it stem from? Did it stem from Diddy parties?
I
This
don't
shit
know.
go deep.
Real deep, real deep. They know those tapes was in there. That's why they raided his house. They already knew it was.
Shit, because you had other people going in too. You had TD Jakes partying with Diddy.
All of them, yeah, all of them. T.D. Jakes, Leonardo DiCaprio, actors, Hollywood, and all these people. Da da da.
Jasper,
Politicians.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's why they asked about these safes. Do you recall an incident? Let's get back to it. Videotapes, guns in New York, L.A., and Miami, and Alpine, New Jersey. Uh, and then they asked. The prosecutor asked, "Do you recall any incidents between Sean and Suge Knight?" That's weird that they bring up Suge Knight though. Like, what's the point? Yes, we were having a freak off in L.A. D Rock came in and said Suge was down at a diner. Sean drove over there. Prosecutor, yeah, all they did was have free goals. It's fucked up, but it's funny though. God damn, all they did was have free goals. I thought it was like a once, every couple weekends or something. We're gonna have no. This is what he did majority of his time. This whole time, while we was out here living and breathing and enjoying his music, and you know what I'm saying, baby, and all the entire time he was having freak offs. All right, so arranging and having them. Yes, we were having freakouts in L.A. D Rock came in and said, "What was your reaction?" I cried. Okay, it was Suge Knight. Oh, and said Suge was down at the diner. Sean drove over there. What was your reaction? I cried. Said, "Don't do something stupid." Okay. Were you ever handed a gun? The prosecutor asked. She said, "Yes. We were doing to a club. we, okay, I guess typo. We were going to a club in downtown LA. Did you retweet it, boss lady? You retweeted this?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm about to. I'm hooking up my laptop now because I'm on my phone, so I
Okay.
can close it out.
Okay. Um, it was how I was told to put the gun in my bag. Okay, she said we had taken mushrooms. I was high. I was told to put the gun in my bag. I was freaking out. And then the prosecutor asked, "Who was president? Who was present? A driver, security, and Sean." Okay. Cassie said another time I saw them get dressed and grab guns and leave in the SUV. And then, how long were they gone? 30 or 40 minutes. Let me switch topics, the prosecutor said. How soon into the relationship did Sean mention voyeurism to you? Voyeur. Okay. First 6 months or a year. How old were you? 22. Okay. So is that her son? That's his Sean mentioned. Is that Sean's son? Okay. I don't know. Let's go past that. How old were you? Ventura. She was 22. Why did you agree to try a freak off? Good question, she said. I wanted to make him happy. Where was the first freak off? One of the homes in LA. All right, so they picked up evidence number 2A627. Who is this? The first escort, she says. How do you know his name? Do you know his name? She said, no. I'll call him the first escort. Where you where he was paid? Yes, to dance and to have intercourse with me. What drugs did you take? Ecstasy and alcohol. Before things started. Okay. Did you disguise your appearance? Sean said we would disguise ourselves. I wore a masquerade mask. Oh, so I didn't know that. I didn't know they be doing this stuff. They be disguising their identity and shit like that. That's smart. That makes sense. So they go out there and they like get prostitutes and shit, and they just cover their face.
Yeah, I always wanted to throw a masquerade party myself, but that's neither here or there.
Right, right. Um, yeah, that's different. That's your freak off. You know what I'm saying? That's a different freak off. Um, nah, reps. Also, my YouTube community is asking me what to retweet. Y'all need to follow me on Twitter, man. My account keep on getting clapped, but let's see. Can I put? Okay, I can post a comment in here. Let me see if I can go get this.
I retweeted the space, so I had to close out my I gotta charge my laptop up, but I retweeted the.
All good. All good.
Hmm.
About to put capital link. I never did this before. I'm gonna try to do this. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate it.
If you don't mind
Okay.
me asking, how many people viewing?
Right now this is 136. That's it.
Oh, that's good. It's a good audience.
Yeah, you following Pig Loki. Yeah. All right. Um, let's see here. Did you okay, they disguised their appearance. So yeah, inside the comments here, I think this is on YouTube. I put the link to the Twitter post or whatever. So yeah, that's it right there. And again, thank you. All right, let's get back to it. And then we're gonna. I'm gonna stop and give commentary and talk about it and stuff like that. I just want to get to something real good. Disguised appearance. Yeah. What was a session? What was a session and a freak off? That's what the prosecutor had asked. What was the session and freak off? And then she said, until the escort finished. How many sessions with the first escort? At least two. How did you feel? They asked. I was high, so I didn't feel much. Dirty and confusion. And that he was happy with me. What did you feel you couldn't say no? Why did you feel you couldn't say no? They asked. I didn't want to make him angry or upset after he shared his part of himself with me. Okay, all right. So he played the little vulnerability play a little bit with her. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The vulnerability I'm open play. How frequent did freak offs become? Weekly for a consistent amount of years. When was your last one? 2017, 2018. How long were you awake during the freak offs? I never slept. I took drugs, ecstasy, Molly, cocaine. Never slept. I took drugs, ecstasy, Molly, and cocaine. God damn, bro, that's a crazy combination.
She was the whole medicine cabinet.
Damn. She didn't, boy, that was her job. It was do freak off. She said herself, it was her job. She was no longer the singer. She was like, she got transferred to a different department, the freak off department, stroking Diddy, stroking Diddy department.
So so I mean, it's a lot to dissect here, but I want you to continue with the transcript before I start answering my question, asking my questions.
For sure, for sure. Uh, oh yeah. Okay, so Rep said, okay, done, and she is gonna she podcast and she's following. Okay, all right, cool. Appreciate that. Let's get back to it. I brought it up gently. No, no, no. I wasn't too far ahead. Did you recall all of the freakouts? That would be impossible, she said. Did you want to stop? Yes. I was humiliated. I didn't have those words then. I couldn't talk to anyone about it. Man, it's so sad, bro. Man, 18 years old. All right, so look at that. All right. Did you tell him you didn't want to? She said yes. She said, I brought it up gently. I didn't want him to just do it with someone else. And then the prosecutor asked, were you able to express your concerns to him? Objection. Yes, defense. Shout out objection. Leading. So it's leading the witness. Um, so I guess like leading the questioning. So the judge asked to rephrase. Then the prosecutor asked, why would you talk to him gently? I didn't want him to be angry. Okay. The prosecutor, what is this? And they showed an email between Sean and Cassie, P. Diddy and Cassie. What did you call him? Pop Pop. Why? Prosecutor asked. He asked me what I called my grandfather. I did it, but now I think it was disrespectful. Wait a minute, wait a minute. So Diddy asked her, what do you call your grandfather? Okay, well, call me that.
Psychological abuse.
Wow. All right. That's different right there. That's a new one. Okay. Prosecutor asked, what did you write? I really need to fuck. And then prosecutor asked, why did you write that? Because I wanted to be with him. And the prosecutor said, I'll read your messages, you read yours. You don't want to do any more? That's what Sean asked. And then she said, I'm so predictable. And then the prosecutor said, what did you think this meant? That he knew I didn't want to do the freak offs anymore. But then I backpedaled. Why? To not make him angry. He could be violent. Where did you get your outfit? That's what the prosecutor asked. Where did you get your outfit? Pleasure chest, and then elsewhere. Did you get piercings? Oh, it's talking about the outfit doing the freak offs. Pleasure chest in Los Angeles. Let's look that up. Let's see where they shop at for pleasure chest. Uh, let's say West Village. So they got one in Chicago, and then they got one in New York.
I mean, they could have shopped it here in New York and just shipped it to California.
Yep. Yep. Oh wow. Wow. You dirty boy, you.
Cause if I could recall, I could have sworn that, Diddy would shop some of Cassie clothes because he already knew her measurements.
Okay.
I
Huh.
could.
Interesting. So this is where it all went down, huh? Oh. Okay. Turn safe search off. Oops. Okay. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Oh, do you see it? I ain't trying to get no strike.
Yeah, we see it. I see it.
I ain't trying to get no copyright strike, so let me chill out. I'm gonna go back to where I was. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. My bad. All right, I'm back. Let's get back to it. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. All right. So out pleasure chest elsewhere. Did you get piercings? And she said yes. Sean came with me. Which of his homes did you have freak-offs in? Miami, New York. What other homes? So that's why they rated. Those are the ones they rated too. Did they rate? I know they rated Miami. What was the other one they rated? Was it the New York one? So they rated the homes that he usually had the freak-offs in. My homes all but Studio City. Okay. And what other cities? Atlanta, uh, Ibiza. And then the prosecutor asked, "In what hotels in New York did you have freak-offs?" Trump, Gramercy, Intercontinental, 44th Street, uh, Mandarin Oriental, Fontainebleau. What names were used? Jackie Starr, I used. Frank Black. So Jackie Starr. So she used the name Jackie Starr. So he used Jackie Starr, and she used Frank Black. Or no, the other way around. All right. So the prosecutor said, "What supplies for freak offs?" All right. Okay, baby oil, of course, but Astroglide. What's Astroglide?
I think it's something surfers use when they're on a surfboard and shit like that. I could be wrong.
Let's look it up because I don't want to be. I don't want to be
Take a
wrong on
glide in the waves.
Astroglide. The best personal lubricants for every need. Wow. Whoa. So it's like the best, not just a lubricant, but like the best advanced technology lubricant. He discovered the best biocompatible lube in the universe. Whoa. Your pleasure is our business. Okay. Wow. Safer, healthier, sexier. It's water based, silicone based. Astroglide. Huh, I didn't know that. I never heard of this before.
Neither have I. I always thought of KY jelly and Vaseline.
Yeah. It's some new stuff, man. Yeah, hey, you learn something new every day, huh? There's some gay shit on there too. Okay, let's get back to it. Back where we left off at. All right, so they said they had some Astroglide. They said baby oil condoms. Who brought the supplies? Prosecutor asked. Security, Sean's assistants. Which brand of baby oil? Johnson's, of course. Black owned. Shout out to that. Prosecutors, how was it used? Sean said, "You need to be glistening." That was Sean. That what P Diddy said. P Diddy said, "You need to be glistening." Were there freak offs where you ran out of baby oil? Okay, so the prosecutor asked, "Were there freak offs when you ran out of baby oil?" Objection. The defense said, "Objection, Your Honor. This is irrelevant." I think the prosecutor was trying to be funny. They probably laughed. You also mentioned Astroglide. The defense, same objection, irrelevant. Judge called a sidebar. We were just talking about Astroglide. How was it used? Ventura, lubricant. If you ran out, what? We'll call either staff or the bail desk. Give them a tip. Were the freak offs lit? Wait a minute, they really asked this shit? Were the freak offs lit? Initially, it was candle. Oh, lit as in like light. Okay, I got you now. I got you. I'm over here tripping, dog. I'm like, what the hell? I've heard of AstroTurf. No, not AstroTurf. Astroglide. Not AstroTurf. Astroglide. AstroTurf is something that goes on the floor that you like play football on. It's like fake grass. Initially, it was candle, strong smelling, Glade. That's what the is. I guess they're just trying to give you um, a picture. You know, what I'm saying of how it look. Be descriptive of how it looks. Um, any other use of candle wax? People keep calling me. Sorry about that, man. I need to get on my work phone. Were the freak offs lit? Yeah. Any other use of candle wax? A few times poured on my body. Who set the temperature of the room? Diddy. I was expected to do freak offs on my period. Boy, this nigga wild, bro. She just came out of nowhere with that. Who set the temperature of the room? That's all the prosecutor asked. The prosecutor asked, like, what was the temperature in the room? Who said it? Diddy did, and also I was expected to do freak offs on my period. Damn, she was waiting to get this out. Did you want to do that? No, she said. Did you want to be urinated on? Defense. Objection. Oh, judge asked what the grounds are. Asked and answered. Overruled. So when the judge say overruled, I mean sit your ass down, boy. We need to hear this shit. no, no, I did not want it. How did it feel? It was disgusting. It was too much. I choked. No one could think I wanted it. The prosecutor. Oh, why am I laughing, man? Oh, I'm going to hell. The prosecutor asked, "Who else urinated on you?" Diddy. Did you want Sean to urinate on you? I didn't want anyone to urinate. She said, I didn't want anyone to urinate on me. How often did it happen? Often enough. I know that's goddamn right. Too goddamn often. One too many times. Which hotel charged the most for damage to the room? Uh, the Intercontinental in New York. They redecorated the whole room for ridiculous money. Back to the prosecutor said, back to the urination. Miss Johnson. Judge. No, the judge said Miss Johnson because the prosecutor's name is Emily Johnson. Miss Johnson, only a few more questions. Prosecutor said, why didn't you say no? It was obvious I didn't want to be on the ground being urinated on by two men. Where did you find escorts? Initially, Craigslist. They got off Craigslist. Wow. I didn't know they had. I didn't know you could find escorts on there. All right. All right. So I guess it's continued. Victoria, in what cities did you respond to ads in Craigslist? New York. Did you respond to ads on Backpage as well? Yes. Who directed you to communicate with escorts? Um. Objection. Who, if anyone, defense? Yo, what's up, D?
Yo, what's good with you, homie? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, man.
What's
I got my
good?
lady up in here, and I got 160 people listening, watching.
That's what's up.
We
You on
having
YouTube?
a great space. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter and Rumble.
I
All
let you
right.
go. They let you go back live on Twitter?
I went ahead and got the. I'm going live from the Distractivist Park.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
So yeah, man, I'm glad to have you in here, dog. It's getting crazy. We're still on day one of the testimony. We're going through everything. I got all the transcripts
Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to
right
you,
here in
brother.
front of me.
You read the
Yeah.
part where they was talking about did she asked it was Cassie that made the suggestion that he pee on her?
Well, but no, no, no. Well, the prosecutor asked, did she enjoy being pissed on?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, no, of course not. I'm being urinated on the floor. I mean, granted, bro, I kind of feel bad after reading so far. I was telling Boss Lady this, like, you got to think of her age, man. Like, bro, as soon as she jumped out as soon as she became an adult, 18, she ran into Diddy and she just was thrown out there, bro. And
She said
essentially,
21, wasn't it?
they was 21 when they started officially dating. It was 19 when he signed her.
Oh, okay. So never mind.
Okay, so 19 when he signed her, 21, she said, 21st birthday, Diddy gave her a kiss, and then ever since then, it's just been on and popping, bro. Like, just, she said they made that first album. She signed a deal for 10 albums. She made that
Damn.
first album, and immediately after that, she just stopped making music and was dedicated to being a full time freak off, like, just a freak off fucking person.
That's unfortunate. So she basically
Uh,
a sex slave.
yeah, I mean,
I,
girlfriend, sex slave. She's kind of having her.
I
What?
mean, she put up with it for 10 years. So was she really a sex slave or what? She was
Um.
getting paid. She was getting incentives.
You got background noise, baby. You got a lot of
Oh, my bad.
background.
My bad.
What you
Hold on. I gotta
doing?
mute.
Working?
No, I got the microphone and stuff in.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was actually gonna plug it in before I hopped on, but I just wanted to make sure it was still live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what you saying, boss lady? Go ahead.
She agreed to do all of that for 10 years straight. She could have walked away at any given time. Or did she feel threatened? Did she feel scared that she couldn't walk away?
Well, she kind of did allude to it. I mean, we're going to see. I already read today's transcript, so but I'm gonna read them again for all of you, of course. But fast forward ahead, she basically said she did try to get away in many different situations, but he just showed up. I think at one point she said that the security, like her actual, she ran away and her security went and captured her and brought her back in one situation, which is crazy. But we're gonna get to that. It's a lot more deeper. And yesterday it was looking kind of good for him, but after today, man, I don't know, bro. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's get back started. While Daniel get his microphone together. Objection. Who's on the same objection?
Oh, I'm here. I just had to mute up. My bad.
No, you good. You good. Yeah, I'm talking about until you get your mic fixed and all that stuff. Did you ever not use an escort who arrived? One couldn't perform to Shun sent one couldn't perform, so Shun sent him on. Prosecutor asked, what was a safe escort? Not a cop, she said, and someone who would not run and tell everyone about their experience with us. Why not a cop? I learned this whole situation was not legal. Hmm. Defense shouted objection. Jury will disregard that last answer. How did Cash get there? Security or he brought it himself? Okay. That was the prosecutor. Okay. The judge had asked security or brought himself. All right. Moving on. Victoria. The escort Dave. Do you know his real name? Clayton Howard. Let's look that up. Let's look up. Let's see if we can get a picture of Clayton Howard. And this is let's see if other people been looking it up. Hold on 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Clayton Howard. All right, Clayton Howard. Who is this? She said Daniel. What service did you use? A dance service. Do you recognize Jules? Yes. In what cities did you have freak offs with Jules? New York, Los Angeles, Vegas. Uh do you know his last name? No. Who's this? The prosecutor asked. She holds up a picture of some guy. I knew him as the Punisher. Oh wow. An escort named the Punisher? What the fuck? Freaky ass shit. Did you use drugs at every freak off? She said yes. I need to disassociate and become emotionless. Then she asked, the prosecutor asked, who else used drugs at freak offs? Diddy did. Sometimes the escort. What other drugs did you use? Special K, GHB, mushrooms. Wow. So if you keeping track, boss lady, if everybody's keeping track. So she said Molly, cocaine, something else. Then she said
Ecstasy.
an ecstasy, and then she said Special K, GHB, mushrooms. God damn, boy, they was on it. They was on that pack.
Wait, but what is Special K?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's look it up.
Was it like K2, like embalming fluid?
No, K
Uh,
nah, K2 she her mom would be fucked up.
yeah, K2 is like Mojo. Ain't that Spice?
And bombing the flu, that's dust. That's PCP.
Special K. That's ketamine.
Ketamine. But how can
Ketamine
you but how can
associated.
you be sexual with mushrooms though? I do shrooms. If shrooms don't make you horny.
But do you microdose or something?
Hell yeah, I do that shit almost every. Well, I haven't done it in like 3 months, but yeah, I would do it like every other day. It doesn't make you sexually horny though. That was
I
probably him. That was probably Diddy idea to have sex while on mushrooms.
I don't think she was doing it to try to be sexy. I think she was trying to do it to just like zone out and just do anything just to get away.
She said she
You
had to
know?
disassociate, meaning like it was like an escape. Like, all right, if I gotta go through this shit, let me do it not sober. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay,
that's truly unfortunate.
I can see that part.
Yeah, Diddy's
Yo,
fucked.
she was up in there tweaking, dog.
Tweaking
Tweak.
like a motherfucker. This
GHB
nigga,
too.
Yo, Diddy's fucked. This over with, gang.
All right. I'll read Sean. Okay, this is the prosecutor. I'll read Sean's parts of this email. You read you. All right. And then Cassie said, "Quote: When should I take the thing? When will you be there?" And that's her asking. She's in a text message conversation asking Diddy that. When should I take the thing? When will I be there? And then the prosecutors pausing you there. What did you mean? Drugs, she said. Uh, uh, I took mine. I'm flying. That's what Diddy said in text messages. What does he mean? He's high. Okay. And prosecutor said, why did you take more drugs? Cassie said to not be present with the experience. Why? Prosecutor asked. Because it was something I hated. How did you react to ecstasy and MDMA? Damn, that's another one. It could make me vomit. What would he say? To continue? That's what Diddy would say. Diddy would say to keep going. And then the prosecutor said, "Did you want to continue to have intercourse when you wanted to vomit?" She said no. All right. Prosecutor, yeah, he finished. Prosecutor said, "How does GHB make you feel? Drunk, tipsy, and then cocaine?" She asked. "Makes my heart race. I'm not a huge fan." And then mushrooms. The walls come alive. Cassie said. All right. All right. So 4:15 p.m. yesterday. All right. Cassie Ventura is back. Jury is back. I guess it was after a brief recess. Um, Judge says you may continue. The prosecutor said, "When drugs ran out, how did you know who to reach out to?" Sean would tell me. Prosecutor, during the session, how would you know to move to the next step? Sean, what would happen after the escort finished on you? Sean would want it put on his body in the next room. Did you do that? I did, she said. Where? Usually on his nipples. Did you want to do that? No. How did how did you feel? I was an object, being heavily objectified by men. Sometimes he would watch by FaceTime. Were some sessions recorded on your devices? And then she answered, because they were there. Because they were there. If you saw them on your device, what would you do? I would delete them. Why? They were disgusting. I never wanted anyone to see them. The prosecutor asked, where were Sean's devices used sometimes? She said, yes. I asked him to delete them. Did he? I don't know, she said. Prosecutor asked, did you ever leak a freak off before it was over? Did you ever leave a freak off before it was over? Yes, at the Century City Intercontinental. I finally had a premiere coming up and I didn't want to mess it up. But Sean hit me. At what point did Sean hit you? Between sessions. She had a premiere? What premiere? The Century City Intercontinental. What she had a premiere for? For a movie?
You know she make music, so it could have been like I don't remember in a movie. But I think yeah, probably like a premiere album. I don't know. Oh, maybe she
Yo,
was invited to a premiere.
yo, what's up, Rod?
What's up, bro?
Hopefully you weren't down there too long.
No, I
I
just
didn't.
got over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Shit, bro. We going through these transcripts, man. I got the transcripts from yesterday and today.
Hmm.
Man, they wild, bro. They crazy. You been following it?
Yeah, I've been following it. I read
Yeah.
some of the transcripts too about the little freak off and Diddy. What he had to escort ejaculate on Cassie. She was rubbing the semen on Diddy, and
They had to do it in the next room, which is weird. Why in the next room?
yeah, I don't know. It said he also was doing it on FaceTime. Did you read
Yep.
that part?
I just read it. Yep.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just read it. Yeah. FaceTime. Um. Okay. So what happened next? So this I guess the first time she got hit, but Sean hit me. So I was trying to figure out what kind of premiere, but we'll skip that.
It was
What
called The
happened?
Perfect Match.
Oh, a premiere, The Perfect Match. You talking
Yep,
about a movie?
it was a movie she was in called The Perfect Match.
Oh, I didn't know that. Hmm. Did it ever go anywhere?
I'm not sure. I didn't look too much into it. I don't really remember it. I'm sure it was like probably they said it was a rom com, just a little
Hmm.
lovey dovey type movie. I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine letting her doing something serious. Do I sound far away from the phone?
No, you sound
He
like.
sound good.
Okay, because I got this new microphone. I don't know if it's playing through my phone or what.
Hello, gentlemen.
What's
Hey.
up, boss lady? What's up, Kanye? Daniel. My bad.
Oh, what's good, bro? My bad. No, it's all. It wasn't even like that. I was actually fucking around with this mic thing. No, I'm over here salty, bro. They didn't clap my Twitter page, bro.
Well, I'll be damned.
Are
I
you sure
know,
they?
Damn.
right?
Why
No, I
y'all
don't think they
always
clapped
getting
me.
clapped? Like, what's going on?
I ain't never this one. I ain't never got clapped. This is the first time. I done had my Twitter since '09. But I
You
don't
sure? You
know.
got clapped?
I'm gonna give it a day or so.
Yeah, I don't think you probably didn't.
You say it's still there, right?
Yeah, last time I seen it. Yep.
Hmm. All right. Well, I'll give it a day or so, and then I'm gonna try to relog in.
No, my bad. I had to go back and I frequent did the freak offs become. Uh, I had to
Now
refine
reading
it.
you reading these transcripts out loud, it sounds like a fictional novel. It sounds like something from 50 Shades of Grey.
You know, that's essentially what it is, though. I mean, that shit came from somewhere. People actually do this type of shit.
No, yeah, they do. I mean, look how far Young Miami got. She did
Young
everything.
Miami was excited about that shit.
But even though she was excited and she did everything, Diddy really didn't want her that much. He
That's
didn't
because she was
obsess over
excited
her.
about it.
Yeah, she wanted it. And it doesn't bring him excitement from somebody who wants it. It brings him excitement from somebody who doesn't want it because he'll eventually break into her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Break her down.
Yeah, I think she was very gullible. I think she actually thought that, hey, it's a long line of women who would love to be in this position right now. So she felt like she
Yep.
didn't want to mess it up, you know. Um, and
Who, Miami
no, I'm talking about Cassie.
or Cassie?
Yeah, felt like she was, what I'm saying, like up there in New York and stuff like that, bro. Bro, these chicks be fucking and sucking and doing all this shit every day for
That's not
crumbs,
true. I'm from New York.
and shit. I'm talking about. Well, I'm not talking about you, but
Say, because that's kind of my question, bro. Because you know me, I'm just a regular working type dude, right? So, like,
mhm.
could I get a female to just have freak offs every week and
For
do
the right
stuff
price.
for me like that?
For the right
No,
price.
I'm just a regular guy though. So I'm saying to me, it almost feels like they kind of sell a soul because they get with somebody like Diddy. He got all his money. He's famous. You know, he's going on these trips. So they willing to do all of that. But then when it's over with, then it seems like they come to this realization that, oh, that was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. And he made me do all of these things. But when you was in the moment, you didn't feel like that.
I mean, that's why I like to compare Young Miami to Cassie. Young Miami was getting 500,000 a month. That's why she stopped doing music for like what, a year and a half to 2 years,
Oh, she
almost.
was getting 500,000 from Diddy.
She was
Damn,
getting 500,000 a
I
month
didn't know that. I
to
didn't
do
know that.
what? To she
to
was
to
doing the
be
free
his
call.
muse.
Oh, okay. Why didn't have her testify? They should have had her up here.
Oh shit! She got her Honda Civic. That's what everybody's saying on Twitter and other areas of Twitter. She got her Honda Civic and dipped. I guess she don't want to be tied to it because allegedly, Saucy Santana, the gay rapper, allegedly he was in sex parties too with Diddy.
So when,
Who?
yeah, well, I mean that makes sense. That gay ass dude. Talking about that
Wait,
fat,
who did you say?
the fat Rick Ross faggot looking motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. What name did she say? She said her name. I'm sorry. I
Saucy
didn't catch her
Santana.
name. Oh, the faggot? Oh, yeah. Cause I didn't even know that.
So all right. So he was in the next room while he was finishing off and got it rubbed on him. Do y'all think it might be some fucking like maybe it ain't even sexual to him? Maybe it's some young like living forever type of shit. Like like what preserving his like youth. Rubbing semen on in the next room like he didn't even want to be in there. That's kind of weird.
I mean, if you want to say it that way, it does sound like a ritual being performed. What is the humiliation
A
ritual?
humiliation ritual.
Mm-hmm. And you
Because
do need other people body fluids. You know what I'm saying, to get the shit started.
while we thought that this was happening, what I'm saying, maybe every few weeks, what I'm saying, they said that this was going on majority of the time, 4 to 5
Hmm.
times a week, 4 to 5
Hmm.
times a week.
She
That
had to
means,
be so drugged up to do it.
yeah, yeah. Diddy was. This is what he did most of his time. Period. It wasn't
Hmm.
spending time with his kids. What it wasn't making music. It wasn't. It was this the whole time. It was this. I still got a lot more to go. We got some write-ins.
I don't want to sound explicit or insensitive, but I want to know, did she orgasm from any of the parties, any of the encounters? Like, did she bust a nut?
Let's see.
If she was on drugs, I bet she did.
She
But
probably
but
didn't
in the
have it.
beginning she wasn't.
What you say?
I don't think in the beginning of the whole thing, like
No,
what.
probably not then.
Yeah, she probably liked it then. I mean, from what she said today about how she caught so many UTIs doing this to the
Mm,
point where she couldn't even the antibiotics wouldn't work anymore.
mm,
So that's gonna come up later on.
that's heavy.
Uh,
Say, but I think it just progressed, bro. I think when you get to a point, you you're not just having sex with your girl. Now you got all this money. Then you see you start messing with men. Then he started wanting to do multiple partners. Then he started wanting to put her in the baby oil baths and watch her get lubed down. Now he want to go in another room and watch it. I think
always
it
like that,
just
bro.
progressed.
These billionaires, bro. Listen, you know that at a certain point, you keep doing something over and over again, you're gonna get tired of that. You're gonna need
Mm-hmm.
something more every time.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude, he had the money, he had the time. Like, bro, like imagine you a billionaire and you got basically unlimited money, time, women, people, everybody at your expense. At a
Mm-hmm.
certain point, bro, you gonna be doing some crazy shit.
This nigga
Fact.
wanted to be Great Gatsby so bad.
He gonna be doing some crazy ass shit at some point, bro. 10 years down the road, 15, 20, 30 years down the road, you been having freak offs 4 to 5 times a week, bro. By the time you get to that 30-year mark, nigga, you gonna be hanging from a ceiling with a goddamn banana in your ass, man.
Can I paint a picture for y'all if y'all allow me? You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You got to step into the mind of Diddy, right? And a freak. You get what I'm saying? So here you got Cassie, young and untouched. You get what I'm saying? So I think he kind of like put her on to some sexual shit. I think in the beginning, the sexual acts was done on her. So he probably got two bitches to eat Cassie pussy, or a bitch to lick her ass. And she thinking, oh, this is like princess treatment. But and then he put her on to the dragon in the dungeon type shit.
Huh.
And that's what she couldn't handle, is because wait a minute, you said I could get my pussy eaten by three different people. I don't gotta do nothing. But now you gotta pee on me. Now I gotta rub semen into your nipples. Now I gotta be on four different type of drugs. She didn't sign up for that.
She first said that she when she first did it, the reason why she agreed to do it, and she lied and told him that she liked it is because she was happy that he was finally opening up to her with some vulnerability. Like, he's opening up to me and telling me his deepest dark secrets, and so I wanted to comfort him on that. You feel me?
Do you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe it. That sounds plausible. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me support my man. This is in her head. She did think it was her man, even though up in here they did say they was not exclusive.
And he was still married to Kim Porter.
Yeah, you still married to Kim Carter, but in her head, a 19-year-old head. Okay, she think this is my man. We in love. This is the real us, and he's finally opening up to me and telling me, what's in his mind. Let me comfort him and pat him on the back and tell him it's gonna be okay, and do some dungeon sex. Tell you this shit crazy, bro. I'm gonna keep going. What? So this is her first time saying, "Hey, I gotta go to this premiere," and so P Diddy hit her, okay, because she decided to not do the freak off that day. In between sessions, so it was 2 sessions that day, and then so the prosecutor asked, "What happened next?" I got to the elevator. Next thing I knew, I was thrown to the ground. Prosecutor, who threw you down? Sean, it's P. Diddy. He grabbed me by my neck and my hoodie. Let me show you the video. Prosecutor said. Hotel hallway video played. Okay, is that the one that was captured on video? What are you doing? Trying to use the hotel phone? What is Sean doing? Taking my phone and my bag? That right there is a serious crime. If for folks out there, if you ain't know, if you can get charged, that's a felony offense. Taking somebody's phone away while they're trying to call the police, especially a domestic violence case. Okay.
Hey, Losky, somebody on my side just said that uh he was never married to Kim Porter. He was never married to Kim Porter. I thought they
Oh
was
yeah, that's
married.
right. He sure wouldn't. He sure wasn't. That's true. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all
He
right.
wasn't even here.
Oh, I thought they were married,
Me too.
but she lived in the house.
Yeah, they live together. So I think it's a lot of celebrities doing that. Kendrick Lamar never married his. Like it seemed like a lot of people are just not marrying each other. Dang, so Diddy can fuck, get
Huh.
sucked, can't bring lineage. So somebody we got to write in. So Diddy can fuck and get sucked, but can't bring lineage based reparations to the vote. I guess not. Well, he was actually working on it with the Revolt. Revolt TV was actually doing some real good work, bro. 6 months prior to all this shit coming out, this nigga was about to have he was in talks to give Tesla and Figaro and Tariq Nasheed their own show together. They was gonna co-host a show together. Hold
Man, this is deep. That's why I had to stop reading the transcripts.
on. Okay, so that's it for yesterday. So I'm about to go now today. All right.
So she said she was getting a lot of UTIs.
Mm-hmm. That's what we about to get into right now.
You
All
know,
right.
spit can cause a UTI, but I'll mic up. I'll mute it.
So I had two nurses in my space today, and we was talking about that part. So they said that yeah, you can, and really they should come up here. I need to get them in here to talk about that. But we gonna get to it. Waiting in the back, produced them from cross examination. Okay, all rise. The judge said all rise. This is for the day. Yesterday, so the prosecutor, so this Emily prosecutor, attorney general. I mean, not attorney general. Attorney, USA attorney, Emily Johnson, a white woman. I pulled her up right here. Let me pull her up again. Okay, this is Emily Johnson right here. All right, young white woman. So this is the prosecutor that's doing the questioning for the day. Um, Emily Johnson. Okay, got it. Good. Um, Yesterday you testified about Sean going armed to look for Suge Knight. Then Cassie said Sean took guns with him, and he told you to ask the escorts if they were cops. She asked. I would begin by saying I was not a cop. That would Cassie said, and I guess the online exchange. Sean told you to do that, and she said yes. And then I think it's that old played out trope. They said that if they ask somebody if they're a cop, whenever you're going to get a prostitute, you solicit them for a prostitute. If you ask them if they're a cop, they supposed to say they are one a cop if they are. If they actually a cop, like they're not allowed to say no. And I don't think that was a thing. That sounds stupid. Why would that sounds stupid? But I don't know. But anyways, back to it. What happened when? Okay, yesterday you testified. I would begin by saying I was not a cop. Okay, yes. What happened when you fought back? The prosecutor asked. I did that more earlier in the relationship. It would make him more violent, want to push me harder. The defense objection to the speculation, and the judge overruled. How would Shun react if you fought back? Anger, she said. I'm going to show you the LA Intercontinental Hallway again. Play from a minute 43 to a minute 46. Who enters? Sean. What's in his hand? He doesn't appear to have anything. Play to 1 minute 59 seconds. Now anything in his hand? And Cassie said, yeah, my phone. How did he get it? Well, he took all my stuff. Where does he end up? Sitting in a chair in front of the window. What are you doing? I'm walking away from him. Now, who's in the video? Me and security. In this one, play from 5 minutes 31 seconds. Where did you go from the hotel? To my house. I took an Uber. Now let's turn to text messages. Can you read page 4? Please call. I'm surrounded. That's what Cassie said. Please call. I'm surrounded. Okay. It's gonna get good, y'all. Just bear with me here. Everybody make sure you share and retweet if you haven't already. Thank you. Okay, so from Sean, he was running around in a towel. I told him to put the robe on. Who sent? Who sent these green messages? I did. I wrote to Sean. Jules left. As long as you're quiet, you can stay. Peace. Who was Jules? And she answered, the escort. Is this Jules? And they showed a picture. Yes. They showed evidence B606 and 607 side by side. That's me. Then another picture. That's me. A selfie of me with a fat lip. When did you take it? In the Uber with one of my phones. What did you write here? I said, please stay away from me, prosecutor. And what does he say? He says, I'm getting arrested. Was he? And then she said, I don't think so. What did you write back? Plugging my phone in and going to bed. Prosecutor said, who was at your home when you got there? Carrie Morgan. She was upset when she saw me. She called the police. Did you speak with them? Yes, but I didn't say who I was talking about and they left. Why? Prosecutor asked. I wasn't ready. Did Sean try to come to your apartment? She said, yes. He was banging. That was pretty normal from him, but this is pretty private building. Did you hear from Miss Corian that day? Yes, and I went to see D Rock and his wife to try to feel safe. Okay, so that was security guard D Rock. Okay. Yeah,
When you was
surround.
talking about surrounded, who was she talking about? Because I was kind of away.
She was talking about okay, how far was that ago? That was a while ago.
Mm-hmm. About a minute or two ago. It was right before you told everybody to make sure they was liking and subscribing. She said, "Call me now. Some I'm surrounded."
Let's go back to it. Hold on. I think she said it was her. I think it was okay. So here we go. Let's turn to text message. Can you read page 4? All right. So P Diddy had said I'm surrounded.
Oh, okay. I
It
thought there
said
was.
it said who sent it said please call. I'm surrounded. And then the prosecutor asked who sent that. Cassie said, Sean. He was
Mm.
running around in a towel. I told him to put the robe on. Who sound like they was high.
Probably was.
He said they was high all the time. They both admitted to being high the
Yeah.
entire time. All right, so he was running around in a towel. I told him put a robe on, his glasses. I did. I wrote to Sean, Jules left. As long as you're quiet, you can stay. Peace. So she wrote that after that whole situation. This sounds like some damn Whitney and Bobby shit. They just
Mm-hmm.
both bipolar, both crazy and high, and just getting into crazy shit. Running around doing crazy shit all day in front of everybody. I've
But
been
that's what
wiped.
I'm saying. Is there a real case against Diddy? Like, what harm did he cause other than psychological trauma?
I think they trying to put the whole trafficking on him because they was going from state to state with this. And then she was saying how she was coerced and all of that. I think that's all a part of the trafficking. I think they
Yeah, we
trying to
about
say she was trafficked.
we about to get into the coercion part. It's about to pick up. Who? Okay, so maybe I'm going to show you. Show do you know the name of this person? No. And what cities did you use him? Like, okay, okay, I went ahead a little bit. Okay, in this photo, what are you wearing? And then Cass said a gown and sunglasses. I had a black eye. What if any other bruises were visible? I had several bruises on my leg, but I changed clothes. What's this? Prosecutor asked. Me and Sean at an after party. I'm going to show you escorts. Do you know the name of this person? Prosecutor asked. No. In what cities do you use him? New York. Who's this? Islander. He was on Latin Men. He was on Latin Men. We used him in L.A. and maybe Vegas. Who's this? And they showed another pictures. Evidence 2A616. We called him Tummy. Who is this? The prosecutor asked. I know him as Greg, an escort in Miami. So she's just picking up picture after picture, showing different pictures of all the different escorts. Um, who is this? Jonathan. We saw him in Miami, and then she had picked up another picture. Who's this? And it had a red baseball cap backwards. I don't know. He looks familiar from the freak offs. All right. Then the prosecutor said, "What did you write here?" This is all we do. I'm just getting back on track. I'm sure you can call Kim or something. What did you mean by this is all we do? And then so she had read a tweet. Cassie had read a tweet, okay? Um this is all we do. This is what the tweet had said. This is all we do. I'm just getting back on track. I'm sure you can call Kim or something. And then the prosecutor, she wanted to know, what do you mean by this is all we do? And then Cassie said, I meant the freak offs. That's all we do. The prosecutor said, did you try to avoid anything in the freak offs? I tried to avoid kissing. It seems too intimate, but Sean told me to do it to kiss the escorts. What did Sean ask you to do on your 29th birthday? A freak off. Uh, Cassie said, he had me pulled out of the blind dragon for the freak off. Some security. Where's the Blind Dragon is? What is that, a restaurant? Kind of like a Chinese, like a sushi shop. Karaoke bar in West Hollywood. Ooh, it sounds fun.
The Blonde Dragon. It sounds
Hmm.
like a place to get a massage and have a happy ending, but I could be
Oh, okay. Got JB Smooth up in there. We got, ooh, what's this?
not JB Smooth. Oh, that's funny. JB Smooth. You know he from Mount Vernon as well.
For real?
I know his family. I know his mom. I'm from Mount Vernon.
Okay. Yeah, so this was like a little freaky spot. You know what I'm saying? All right, so, let's see about it. Okay. Okay, cool. That was super small. No, y'all probably didn't see it. Rod's still up here, right? It's showing.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Boss lady. Okay. All right. Cool. Um, had me pull out a blind dragon for freak offs. Some security. What about blackmail material? See, they trying to get to the meat and bones of it. What about blackmail material? He wanted me to fear. That's what the catcher said. He wanted me to fear. Objection. Defense. Judge overruled. When was Sean mention the freak off videos to hurt me? One time I was dating someone else and he threatened to release the freak off videos. I'd have to answer to my brother. To my mother. It's horrible and disgusting. No one should do that to anyone. What did Sean say the impact would be? Shame, she said. Let me show you a chat. Who's on it? Me and Sean, July 22nd, 2013. Read your message. I wrote, please delete the videos off your phone. Too many people have access to your devices. He said, he said, no iCloud, all good, Ambien kicking in. That's what he said. That's what he responded when she tried to get the videos taken off. Ambien is kicking in, which that's another drug. That's a whole nother one right there. So far we named 10 different drugs. These motherfuckers were wilding, bro. They was taking any and everything. Judge has taken a break to change some things in the courtroom. Okay, whatever. There's some issues with the privacy screens. Okay, welcome back. Okay, all right. All right, prosecutor asks, what did you say here? Cassie said, I'd been told there was a sexually explicit video out there about me. I reached out to Sean. Then what? We were driving back to New York City from Atlantic City to talk to this DJ Who Kid. All right. Did that happen? Yeah, at a restaurant. What was security's role? Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, looks like, okay, there we go. To intimidate. They were lining the room. Who was there? Uncle Paulie, James Cruz. How would you recover from a freak off? I'll take opiates. I wanted to feel numb. We'd get massages, IV fluids. The chef would cook us something. The prosecutor asked, "How often did you take opiates after freak offs?" Often. I got urinary tract infections. Were the UTIs or urinary tract infections painful? Prosecutor asked. Very. Antibacterials didn't work anymore. Prosecutors, how did it feel doing freak offs? And then Cassie said, burning. I would not advise it. Duh. Fucking around with a UTI tract infection? Duh. I know it did burn. And I want to ask too, so when the antibacterials don't work anymore, do they go away on its own or does she still have it?
Probably got to get a stronger antibiotic if the original one wasn't working. But it depends on what UTI she got. I mean, a urinary tract infection, sure. A sexual transmitted infection, sure. But was she in chlamydia, gonorrhea? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else was she getting other than the STI or UTI? If the antibiotics wasn't working anymore,
So,
because a STI is not, trichomonas is not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Untreated, yes, it can cause you to have fertility problems, but clearly she didn't get that because she has kids. But what was that serious or severe to where antibiotics wasn't working anymore? That's the question. Like, what did
um,
she contract?
so it would have to automatically would it automatically upgrade to a chlamydia or gonorrhea? Is what I guess I'm asking is a UTI urinary tract infection, is that like a baby chlamydia gonorrhea?
Well, urinary tract infection is basically she got some type of infection in her uh the area where the urination come from. That's why it's called a UTI.
Yeah.
But it
Is that
doesn't
something
seem,
is
but the UTI could come from, that can come from oral sex. If somebody's, licking around that area where you urinate from, you know what I'm saying? Like, how else would you get a UTI? You know what I'm saying? But a STI, now that's different. That's something being stuck in you, or again, saliva. So it's just like it couldn't come from. Yes, it can come from multiple partners and untreated. You know what I'm saying? It's not that she was getting untreated. It's the persons were not clean. Their mouth wasn't clean. Their bodily fluids wasn't clean, and doing all these drugs and stuff can definitely lower your immune system. It's a lot of factors to this shit.
but does it go away on its own? So you said they would have had to get strong antibiotics, but she said the antibiotics ain't working anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. What was the antibody? I keep saying antibiotics. antibiotics used.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right. It's not like I was saying that, but like, what does she have to where it's not working anymore? Because a UTI, you get the same antibiotics, or they tell you drink some cranberry juice. You know what I'm saying?
So
A
she had some
STI,
special. She had some extra shit. Then I was like some
she had
special.
to. Because trichomonas, like I worked in the healthcare field, trichomonas, they'll give you something like this cream that you have to literally inject into your vagina. That's the antibiotics. You necessarily don't have to take a pill, but what did she contract where the antibiotics was not working anymore? It probably was a different level, or probably was chlamydia. She probably got chlamydia.
Wow, it's crazy. So sad. All right, so let's continue. I have all these sores on my tongue. I have another UTI. Uh, okay, so no. She's reading text messages from between her and P Diddy Combs. All right. She said, I have all these sores in my tongue. I have another UTI. And then the
Mm-mm.
prosecutor asked, what sores was she talking about? Friction in my mouth. From what? And she said, oral sex.
Wow.
Oral sex. So she sucked dick so much she got sores.
Wow.
Friction sores. Um, and then the prosecutor asked, you said another UTI? Then sad face emoji. That's what she said in the text messages. I was open with him about them. Prosecutor asked, so you feel sick? Why are you sorry? I took the blame for things. Prosecutor asked, which escort would go to sex clubs with you and Sean? And then prosecutor said, Jules, the escort from the Intercontinental in Los Angeles. Did you want him to have sex with Jules ever? No, but I knew him. But I knew him. Why did you do it, Sean? Who was present when Sean put his hands on you at freakouts? Sometimes the escorts was there too, in the same room. Yes, Jules, and in the suite. Yes, she said. Were they aware? Objection. Judge overruled it. Then so she answered yes. The escorts would ask me if I was okay afterwards. And what cities did he put hands on you? New York, Los Angeles, Miami. How frequently? Too frequently. What's the Abbey? The prosecutor asked. A gay club in Los Angeles. I went there with my friend. Where were you going? To a music festival in Canada run by Drake. Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. I was thrown into the bed frame. So this was in case you guys don't know, Drake and Diddy had got into it. This was around the same time that this happened. I guess Diddy didn't like the fact that she was going out there to see him, and it was also rumors, it was talks that Drake was going to sign Cassie. He was looking to sign Cassie, yeah, around this time. I was thrown into the bed frame. A prosecutor asked, "What is this?" Holding up a photo of it was a photo of her eye. Afterwards, who took you to the doctor? D Rock, which is security guard again. Prosecutor said, "Did you send this photo to Sean?" She said, "Yes, and I wrote so you can remember. I wanted him to be sorry about it at least." And this photo, where were you? In the green room in Toronto. I put my hair over my eye. Then we went to the Hamptons. Okay. All right, this is Cassie right here. Sean wanted to have a freak off in the Hamptons, of course. We got a hotel and an escort. Which one? The prosecutor asked. Dave, I took GHB. I went into a G hole and blacked out. I woke up nude in the shower. Dave and Sean were freaking out. I bugged out. It wasn't pretty. All right, prosecutor. Then what? Prosecutor asked. I spoke to a friend of Sean's, and then we had a freak off. It seems like that's always like the answer. When it, you know what I'm saying, when in doubt, whenever it's an issue, just have a freak off. Woo. What's this? Prosecutor asked. My eyebrow healed up a little bit. A week later, I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow now. Prosecutor, what's this? Me at the Canes Festival. What happened at Canes? Sean accused me of taking drugs from his boat. He threw me off. But my passport was still on the boat. And you were on the red carpet that same night? Yeah, this some crackhead shit. Stealing drugs and fucking and all this. See, it sounds like some Bobby and Whitney shit. It sounds like some we getting drunk and high and drugs and all that shit.
From what we know about celebrities, it seems like this is how all these niggas live.
Right. Right. Just going around acting crazy and making scenes and shit in front of people. You gotta hide the tape now. You're getting big drunk brawls in public and lashing out and freak offs. I mean, it seemed like this is the Hollywood couple. All right. And you were on the red carpet. Meanwhile, us regular Americans out here working 40 to 50 hours a week trying to put food on the table. How about that? Oh, what happened to Daniel? Daniel Dip? That nigga said he said one sentence and dipped. All right. Let's get back to it. Hopefully he comes back. Oh, we're still on the boat. Did you attend the movie? Okay. Okay. And you were on the red carpet that same night. She was on the red carpet that same night she got thrown off the boat. Yes. Did you attend the movie? Yes. How did you get back to New York? On a commercial flight. This is important right here, y'all. Now listen. On an important flight. I traded my seat to get away, but he traded to get next to me. What did he show you? Freak off videos. He played them for me on one of his laptops. He said he'll release them. So this dude sat by her on the plane just to show her on the laptop, the freak off videos. How did you feel? She said trapped. She was coached to say that. I know she was. That right there, too intentional. Trapped. When you landed in New York, what did you do? We went to a dinner. Then he wanted to have a freak off. Of course. So we had a freak off. Why did you do it? To make him not threaten me. Let's read these from June 13th, 2013. And had Sean been violent with you before this? She responded, yes. Had you told him before you didn't want to do freak offs? Yes. You said you need a GHB? She said, yes, and that two escorts not available. And that the two escorts, I guess, that he wanted was not available at the time. I wrote only Paul available or Jake the white guy, but he can't do until 11. The other guy can do earlier. It's just one more person knowing our secret. What did you mean? The freak offs, she said. What is the prosecutor asked her, what is SLS? It's a hotel in Hollywood. Okay, I guess they still referring to the text messages. They're still referring to the text messages. Okay, so Diddy would rent out men for fucking cash. I'm reading comments right now, y'all. Appreciate it. Everybody keep sending in your comments. Okay. We got almost 200 people. Almost 200 people watching. Oh, wow. So Diddy would rent out men for fucking Cassie. Yeah. Yeah. Guess
Yep, he
so.
sure did.
Yeah.
But why are they keep trying to use the word freak off versus just saying, "Oh yeah, we got into an argument, we had sex"? Why are they trying to paint the narrative that every time they had sexual encounters, it was a freak off? Meaning like they was doing some freaky shit outside of consensual sex.
I guess in her mind, the freak. I don't think they ever just had like. Did they ever have like regular sex? Just
I
them
don't
two
think
together?
the way she was explaining it seemed like this was like every, I guess every week, every
That was
couple of days or
routine.
whatever. It was, Yeah, he would just call her up and be like, "Look, we doing the such and such tonight. I want you to wear this and put this on and find a guy and all of that."
She said 4 to 5 times a week. So that
Yeah,
means, you land in the city. Okay, we know we gotta, have the freak offs, and then we gotta have all that set up, and like it was like a routine. It was like like
yeah.
they was prepared for it already. When you touch down, you leave the airport, go to the hotel, the freak offs. You know,
I mean, I don't think you got that far into the transcripts, or if it was ever talked about. But I would love to know how much Diddy was paying Cassie monthly.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I don't think to go into that. We will see. I want to know how much they was paying Cassie. I would like to know how much the escorts was getting paid.
Over 30, $50,000, because Miami
Okay,
young
so
getting 500,000 a month.
all right. Well, I want to say less than 10,000.
Say,
Nah, that
bro, since you know how this stuff work, if she signed that NDNA, how can she testify against him now? Does the federal government just override that?
So NDA covers everything leading up till that point. Okay, if there's another offense after that, then that's not going to be inside. That's not going to be included. So you sign a gag order for everything, all events leading up until that day that you signed it.
But would the federal government override that even if they wanted to go back and have us
All right.
speak on something?
So if a crime is committed, period, that voids any NDA
Gotcha.
non-disclosure. So if it's alleged that a crime is committed, then all NDAs are thrown out anyway. So that's all they had to do. That's how they
All right.
got Bill Cosby.
Got it.
may I say something? I don't want to jump too far into the whole thing because I know you're still reading the transcripts,
All right,
but
go ahead.
I really don't feel bad for Cassie. I don't. She signed the NDA. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
She agreed to do everything he wanted her to do, and she even took the $30 million when because I remember she was already with her new lover, her baby father, her husband, and then out of nowhere she wanted to sue Diddy, and he gave her 30 million. So you took hush
Okay,
money.
I just
Which
my
she
bad.
probably not gonna get because all his assets, everything is in his mother name. They probably didn't figure that out.
Yeah, that's why I really can't say, "Oh my God, I feel so sorry for her." Oh gosh, she got peed on. I can't. I feel sorry for her. Listen, she's not telling the full truth, and that's the thing. She wasn't catching UTIs. She was really catching some STDs, and she just don't want to admit to that because that's probably in the NDA contract. So she have to say UTIs to make it seem like, okay, with all the sex that I was getting, I was catching things. But what were you catching? What did you catch, Cassie?
What did you catch, Cassie? We want to know. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, okay. I wrote only Paul available, or read that with the SLS. And then the prosecutor asks, "When will you take Valium before a freak off?" When I had anxiety, Sean's driver was bringing me the Valium. It was Raheem, I think. Damn, she telling on everybody. The judge, jurors, you can take lunch now. Okay, so they went on lunch. Are there still disagreements on the exhibit? Yes. Defense. We just heard this morning about videos on his device. Okay, so this defense wants the exhibit to be longer and about masturbation. To be longer and about masturbation. They wanted to cut it off at looking at my iPad. Would have taken this to her grave. Oh, one second, one second. When has been? Well, okay, all right. So this is a whole bunch of court jargon. Uh, Counsel to Jane Doe says, "Okay, I'm worried. This is Jane Doe. All right, jury. All right, so the jury is entered back in the courtroom. The jury to be seated. They decided to call Jane Doe Mia. Yes, they want a human like name. All right, when did Sean first hurt you physically? Back talking to Cassie. It started in the first year. What staffer were present when Sean was physically with you? Defense objection. Physical is vague. All right. So the prosecutor said punching, hitting. All right. When did Sean first use? So I guess they could have been talking about sex when it was physical. It could be talking about anything. Uh, when did Sean first use violence on you? In New York City, she said. We were in a car with his security, and he knocked me around. I think the security guard has spoke about this on like a radio station a couple times, saying that I think he said that she hit him first though. Yeah, he hit him first, and he was like, he said he was super proud of her for standing up for herself or some shit. Yeah, I seen a little interview. Uh, I fell to the floor of his Escalade. In January 2009, did you attend an event in LA with Sean? Yes. All right. So how old was she in 2009? How
Let me
old?
see.
Yeah, check for me right fast. How old was Cassie in 2009? Because I'm tripping over here with.
Damn, I was 17 going on 18.
She had to be about 21, 22.
Okay, all right. All right, what happened as you left? I'd been speaking to a producer about music. Sean called me a slut. I hit him in the face. I had been drinking. Did you see any injuries? She said no. Cassie said, I was on the floor of the car and he stumped on my face. So it looked like the first punch, period, out of the two of them was taken by him. Was done by her. The first assault. Because he called her a slut. I was on the floor,
Wait a
caught
minute.
stunned in my face. How long did this last? She said 10 minutes. Then I tried to get away, but Sean's security brought me back. Who? Roger Buns? See, I mean, that right there, that's crazy. You know, try to run away. What did they tell me? What did they tell me? To get to a hotel. Okay. Told her to get to a hotel. I'm still going. This is Cassie. They snuck me into a hotel covered up so no one could see my face. How long were you at the London hotel? A week, a little more. An assistant brought me ice cream. What was the assistant's name? Genevieve. Did you feel you could leave the London hotel? She said, no. I understood his capability, his access to guns, the threats he made. When you were taken to the hotel after the assault, she said, no. Okay, that must be a typo. Did you know that the assault incident was reported? I know there was a blind item on the internet without our names. Who raised the blind item to you? My mother. Defense. Objection. Not for the truth. Overruled. What's a blind item? Do y'all know what that is?
I don't know. I can look it up real quick.
I'll
Yeah,
look it up. Look it up.
apology for me.
A blind item.
It says it is a piece of news or gossip that describes a situation or event without revealing the names or identities of the individuals involved.
Okay, I never heard that phrase before. A blind item. All right.
Well,
So
items on Twitter, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
yeah, no names. No names. So I mean, what kind of new- breaking news is that? People had a fight somewhere, but nobody. We're not going to say the names. All right. This was before FaceTime was very popular, so I could hide myself. She asked if it was me. What did you say? No, I did not want my mother to know something of that magnitude and be in danger. I think she kind of overdoing it with that. You really think Diddy is going at the folks' moms and shit? Did he come to the hotel where you stand? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, there's other allegations revolving around Diddy and Tupac and Biggie and other people. So she probably heard something and just was a little, frightened or terrified or assumed something could happen to her.
Right.
We just don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. What? No, I didn't want to. When you went to a party with your girlfriends, what happened? I saw executives from BET. Mm-hmm. Then I heard that Sean was there. What did you do? I left. I ran out as fast as I could. Why? I thought he was angry. Did he come to the hotel where you were staying? Yes. He beat me up and called me names. My face was bruised. This photo, who is it? Scott Mascuddy, which is Kid Cudi, known as Kid Cudi. We dated in 2011, Casey said. Did Sean find out? Yes, in my phone. Sean went through my phone during a freak off. he found
Hey,
he
that's
found
what
the email. Huh?
I hate to cut you. I had heard you
You
a
good?
minute ago. I was away from my computer, but yeah, I think the dude is capable of that. You know, because you finna read the part about Kid Cudi. Did you hear
Mhm.
about the incident with him and Suge Knight?
Yeah, we read through that part too. That was
Okay.
the first day, and she said one time they picked up guns and left the house and then came back,
Hmm.
and she don't know where they went.
It was another incident even with Kim Porter where he thought it was a guy of her house, and he took the bodyguard over there and was like banging on the windows, trying to climb through windows. He was there for hours, so long that the bodyguard was like, "Man, we need to get out of here before the police come." The bodyguard had to make him leave, bro. So I think he kind of crazy. I think he capable of a lot of this shit that they saying.
Man, that's crazy, dog. Yeah, yeah,
Rob,
man.
ask you a question.
What's up?
Have you ever heard of a product called Astro Slip?
Astro,
Astroglide?
Astro
Astroglide.
Gla-
No, I hadn't heard about it until then. What is Astroglide? What was they
So
using it for sex?
it's like a super like technology what's the damn
Advanced
it's
technology.
it's
Technological. Damn, you
it's
got me
No,
fucked up.
it's advanced technology.
it's super advanced lubricant that they're using now.
Okay.
It's like it's some new technology or something, and it's supposed to be the finest in the industry according to them when it comes to lubricant. So yeah, so in the she's they that was in the scripts that they had Astroglide, and we was trying to figure it out. We looked it up. Wasn't one of them escorts a bisexual white man? I'm pretty sure all of them are bisexual. They was all gay for pay.
Hmm.
Diddy boss.
I think, yeah, he might be gay. His damn self. I mean,
Y'all think?
I think he is. Yeah, I'm about to say. I think
You
it's confirmed at this point.
how many more
Yeah.
are they still on trial? Like how many more days of the trial or the of this do you know?
Usually don't last that long. These federal trials at the most 2 weeks. I
2 weeks.
mean,
Are we in week one of this? What is this?
yeah, just week one.
Because I just want to know, like in the sex tapes or any other evidence that they may have found, are there any politicians, senators, mayors involved in these sexual allegations?
I don't think that's ever gonna get out. You know, they do a pretty good job of just keeping it limited to in the black people. They don't let it get outside of that. You know what I'm saying? That never
You
happened.
don't you don't think other names or hints of other people may come out in this?
That's another thing. Out of all these situations, all these Me Too movements, and all this shit that black people been involved with, because I know all these black people, they love hanging around white people. That's all they do. They hang around white people.
Mm-hmm.
No white people never come up though. Ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it ain't a coincidence either.
Exactly. They never come up, man. All them white people love hanging around Diddy, love hanging around them. They never. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
And
uh,
these are the people who introduce them to a lot of this shit. So how do they never come up?
Well, if you
So
just
yeah,
look at it, Harvey Weinstein is not in jail and Bill Cosby's in jail.
right.
or Weinstein is in jail.
I heard he was getting out, or he was
I
out.
heard he was getting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
heard
had
he was.
one of his charges, I believe, got dropped, but he still ain't getting out no time soon.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I heard what she heard then. Maybe I got it wrong. My bad.
But point taken, still, I get it. Where you stand? He beat me up. Okay, read that part. Okay, Sean went through my phone during a freak off. He found an email about what? Prosecutor asked. Taking my toiletry bag to Scott's the next day. What's a toiletry bag, bro?
It's a
That's
little
where you got like your toothpaste and
mhm,
deodorant, it's
Oh,
shit
okay.
like that.
little luggage bag. You know that little bag that come in your new suitcase.
Yeah.
Okay, taking my toiletry bag to Scott's the next day. Sean put a wine opener in his hand and threatened me. I called Scott, who is Kid Cudi, on a burner phone. Where did you go? To Scott's house. Then I talked with Capricorn Clark, one of Sean's assistants. Then what? I went to the house Sean was staying at. He told me he would release videos and hurt Scott and I. What videos? Freak off videos of me. Sean kicked. See, that's the coercion part. If you're using that stuff to try to control people, that's how you get yourself in a lot of trouble. Because releasing that's revenge porn. So what video? Freak out videos for me. Sean kicked me in the back. I got a bruise. Where do you go? To my hotel with the burner phone. The room was torn up. Someone peed all over the floor, pooped in the toilet, and didn't flush it. It was gross. This was just before Christmas. Who did that? Did P Diddy pay somebody to do that to a hotel room, or did he do it himself? That's crazy, man.
Good question.
I see. That's a lot of energy. Be up in that shitting and pissing and all that shit. I sent an email to my mom and Capricorn from my flight to Boston and Connecticut. What did you write? That Sean said he would release the tape of me on Christmas, and he'd had Scott and I hurt. He said he would be out of the country. He would be out of the country then. Okay, so he had a plan that he was gonna flee, that he was gonna leave. And then prosecutor asked, "What are these photographs?" My mother took there in Connecticut of the bruises on my back. Were you entirely honest with your mother about the abuse? No, I said this was the first time. Did you tell her about freak offs? No. All right. So they went off for a break. Is it possible to take a break? Yeah. So she asked to take a break. They came back at 3:09 p.m. today. Um, an hour more. So the goal is to finish a direct and allow the start cross examination. So cross examination, you guys don't know, that's when the defense is gonna. So if somebody who's not on the same side interviews that individual, which is a witness brought by the prosecutor. So that makes it a cross examination. Right now, what's going on is a direct examination. Direct. All right. So they're saying that it's gonna be cross examination next. Jury attended. They didn't want to come to see you in Connecticut. They didn't want to come and see you in Connecticut. Scott did for a few days. I broke it off with him. It was too dangerous. Objection. Overruled. Sean said he would hurt both of us. Where did you go after Connecticut? I went to see Sean. He was in Arizona. His son, college. I told my mother I was going to LA for work. Did Sean talk about Scott's car? Prosecutor. So the prosecutor is the first person to bring up the car, right? Right. Um. Cassie says Sean said he
Okay.
wanted Scott's friends to see Scott's car blown up. So Sean said he wanted Scott's friends to see Scott's car blown up. What happened next? We met Sean, Scott, and me. So Diddy and Kid Cudi and her they met. Scott said, "What about my vehicle?" And Sean said, "What vehicle?" And that was the end of the meeting. All right. So the prosecutor said, "Put up the photo. What is this?" She said, "Me and Sean in Kingston, Jamaica for Sound Clash. Were you bruised?" Yes. And this photo, what is this? Can't see a Sound Clash. Uh, is it Sound Clash or Soundtrack? Sound Clash? Uh, okay. So this is it right here. It's always gotta be okay. Do y'all see anything? Oh, I see it. It's
I
right
see
there.
some down there.
Yep. Oh, let me. Damn. What the hell? All right. Let me go
You talking
back
about
here.
that? It's Cassie down there on the bottom of your screen. What you talking about?
Yeah, I gotta make it bigger.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all see some? Y'all see? I see
Mm-hmm.
something right here around the top eye part. Like up in this area.
Yeah, it do look a little dark right there.
Yeah. 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 Wow. Okay.
Where is this at? Sound Clash? What is that?
Sound Clash in it was a event in Kingston, Jamaica. Sound Clash.
Okay.
Yeah, Sound Clash. All right. So were you bruised? Yes. And it's photo, what is it? Me and Sean's bathroom, September the 18th, 2015. What were you doing there? Recuperating from being beaten up by Sean in Las Vegas. We were having an after party in our suite. I talked to a producer, and Sean tapped me on the shoulder, called me into our room, and beat me. Kicked me as I tried to hide behind the toilet. What stopped it? D Rock and James Cruz came in. It made D Rock sad. What are these communications? From D Rock to me, he says, "Where you at? It's time to ice your face." Prosecutor said, "Why?" "I had just been beaten by Sean." Were these all the times he beat you? She said, "No, there were more. With with who else did you see Sean be violent?" "I saw him drag an assistant out of bed. I saw him punch Eli in the head. One time in Turks and Quesos, he dragged a person." This nigga's crazy. This nigga's crazy, yo. Yo, man. One time I seen you ever seen that movie P. Diddy was in that time and it was let me see. Somebody just takes that movie and he was like a crazy person in it. You know what movie I'm talking about?
Him to London or some shit like that.
Yeah. And you know what? I think he played that part too well. And I said that then. I'm like, I bet he liked that for real.
When he was like, "It's big as loser time. It's daddy's favorite show." You talking about that movie?
When he was running down the street and he was chasing everybody.
Yeah, it's the movie with
With
what's the
with
that guy
that
named
British guy.
with
Who y'all talking about? My bad. I was doing something.
The
not
movie
that
Diddy played in that time. He acted he played himself.
You talking
And
about where he said I go in the jungle and with a gorilla or
yeah,
some shit?
yeah,
yeah.
he ran down, she chasing everybody acting crazy.
It's the movie
Yeah,
where the white guy was the talent agent or manager to the
I can
British
find it.
musician. Diddy played himself. They talked about doing Jeffrey and he was rubbing the fur wall and they was on some type of drug where they was rubbing the wall and it had like fur on the wall.
I think he was behaving like himself. But anyway,
Oh,
that was a funny ass movie though, huh?
get him to Greek.
Get Him to Greek.
Yeah,
That's what it's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
That was called. I'm gonna have to watch that again. I wonder if they still got it available on streaming.
It's probably on Tubi.
Right. Let me see. Uh, uh, hold on.
Nah, he genuinely played himself. Like, I mean, you saw how he portrayed the Joker. Fucking
You want me to play it? I got a little piece
I
of
was
it
just,
too.
I was just about to play it. I was
Go
just about.
ahead, go ahead.
It's on Netflix though. Hold on. It's on Netflix though. Okay.
I'll be watching tonight.
Let's play this shit. This shit funny.
That's what I found. Go ahead.
In our revenue stream. We gotta thicken our fucking stream. We gotta thicken the fuck out of that stream right now. Shit is serious out here. The music business is failing. The bubble done pop.
You know the white boys call it
Whose
retirement
phone
in
is that?
real life.
It's my phone, man.
That's your phone?
That's mine, yeah.
Answer it.
Definitely. What's up, bro? Yeah. No, I can't talk right now. He forced me to answer in the middle of this meeting in order to humiliate me. Yeah, he's actually staring at me. He's really pissed right now. Swear to God, I'm not joking, man. Yeah, 6:30. I gotta go right now, though, bye. I apologize about that.
Throw that phone out of my office.
Please don't make me do that.
Throw the phone out of my office. Throw that fucking phone out of my office.
Right on.
Oh, y'all think this meeting is for me? No, this meeting is not for me. It's for y'all. See, I'm gonna be all right. I'm straight. I got villas in Brazil, Tahiti, East Hampton, West Hampton. Sergio gonna be fine. Fuck a recession. I own 20 kookaroos.
21, sir.
I own 21 kookaroos. Y'all don't own one kookaroo. Not one. Not one. Y'all are fucked.
You all are fucked.
He's not wrong. Everyone loves chicken. I'm doing fine. Please, people, help me help you. Y'all need to come up with some brilliant ideas right now. Who's first?
I just discovered the next Alicia Keys. I swear to God above, I can vouch for her.
Next Alicia Keys.
Yep.
What was your last discovery?
Chocolate Daddy.
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Chocolate Daddy?
Yeah, Chocolate motherfucking Daddy. He discovered Chocolate Daddy. How much did Chocolate Daddy sell?
15,000 units.
15,000 units.
Proud of every unit. I'm proud of those units. I'm telling you, this girl
Shut the fuck up.
This girl.
Don't talk.
She got a. Not gonna talk.
I shut the fuck up. 15,000 units. You made me vouch for Chocolate Daddy. 15,000 units. I got 6 fucking kids. You know how much money that is to put them through school? You know how many Air Jordan 6 black kids wear?
I'm sorry for my outburst. I'm having a panic attack right now.
Thanks for watching.
What the fuck?
Subscribe to the Netflix Film Club channel to get our latest exclusive.
Okay.
Is that another name of a chicken? A kookarooch?
I don't know. Probably kookaroo. I don't know.
I gotta watch this movie as soon as I get out this podcast because that shit was done too well.
Is it still on Netflix? I don't know, but yeah, it's weird watching it now.
We're watching that clip. It's like, damn, I kind of miss seeing Diddy on TV and shit for the entertainment purposes.
Yeah, man, he was funny. Nice, funny guy, but you
But
know,
allegations, yeah.
he was a pretty cool guy. You know, in between the freak offs, but.
It's a Kookaroo California Kitchen. It's some type of restaurant.
But like, what do they sell? Chicken? Of course, it's the chicken. Like what, chicken tenders or?
Let me see.
He probably really do own 21 of them.
No, actually, he's the character he was playing. Was that he was playing a character
I think
named
it's
Sergio.
chicken wings.
He wasn't playing himself. I said earlier he was playing himself, but he was playing a character named Sergio. I forgot. So it's supposed to be like of his likeness, you know, somebody similar to him. All right. So let me get back started with this. Beaten up by Sean. Okay, we're getting back. She just said that she had just got beaten up again and again and again and again. Were these all times beat? Nope, nope, nope. He dragged Circle. He dragged all of them. He beat all these other people. He was a crazy person. Blah blah blah. All right. I believe we had a freak off in Turks and Circles. What floor did you live on the 874 Cormstock? The 17th floor. Did a friend stay with you? Yes. Sean came and held her and threw her on the patio furniture out on the balcony. Wonder what for. Sean would put the pills in a Okay, wait a minute. I went ahead. Came in and held her and threw her on the patio furniture out on the balcony. I saw Sean bring her back in from over the balcony, then threw her on the patio furniture. And carried This nigga's a madman, dog. This nigga's
I'm
crazy.
telling you.
This motherfucking a fucking psychopath on the loose, bro. This nigga's crazy. All right. Came in. Okay, I saw Sean bring break and blah. And Carrie Morgan. I saw Sean hit her in the head. Who is Carrie Morgan? Is she somewhere? I mean, name seemed familiar though. Like
That name do sound familiar. I think it was somebody that was part of his team. His team when he had making a band and shit like that. Oh,
Carrie
Who you
Morgan.
say?
Morgan.
What was the name?
Is that the choreographer?
Oh, it's a white woman.
Oh, it's a white woman. Oh.
Oh, white lady. Count private.
Remember he got into it with that lady who used to do the choreography. What was her name? The black lady.
Mm-hmm.
He fired her and brought her back. Fired her and brought her back.
Okay, here we go.
I think he like humiliating people because it's like why was you firing her but then to bring her back then to fire her again?
Mm-hmm. Some people get a
Yeah.
kick out of that shit.
Yeah, power.
Yeah.
So
It's
on the
kind of like
right,
Trap. Watch the movie Trap. It's on Netflix.
okay.
Okay.
On the right is Carrie Morgan and May 20 22. So this last year, I followed Cassie back when she was Cassandra on Instagram. That was her name, Cassandra.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cassandra
okay.
Ventura.
And she would always be with this girl, Carrie Morgan, her best friend. Oh, so that was her best
Oh,
friend, but you know
yeah.
his.
That's what broke up their friendship was Diddy. Something happened, and I think that incident that you was just talking about, and they said because she was on the stand and said their friendship was never the same after that.
Yo, so this nigga was beating on white women too.
Man, he was going in on everybody.
He feel like he couldn't be stopped. Wow. Okay. So let's get back to it. So and Carrie Morgan, because they going through all the people that he didn't beat up. I saw Sean hit I saw Sean hit her in the head. Did you get drugs on your own? Occasional drug dealers, opiates, Xanax, Valium. God damn, that's another one. Sean would put the pills in a vitamin C bottle on a sink in New York apartment. He'd say, "You can take him. You can take him." He had doctors who would write the scripts in the name of an assistant or in my name. Your brother's birthday party in Connecticut in 2000. What happened? My mother told me someone was taking pictures of me. I went and punched her in the head. You testified. You testified. You testified your relationship with Sean ended in 2018. How was your health? I was sleepwalking. I had PTSD. Objection overruled. What's this? A photo of my front door in 2018. Publish it to the jury. Why is there a knife there? Sean was coming around a lot, so I had it. What's going on? We were having a closure conversation at a restaurant in Malibu. He was trying to convince me to go to Burning Man. Were you seeing anymore? My my now husband. Okay, I'll say okay. Who were you seeing? There's so many damn typos on here. So I guess they were asking who was she involved with then? Her now husband. So she had moved on. What happened next? Shauna came to my house and raped me on my living room floor. His eyes were black. It was like taking something from you. His eyes were black. It was like taking something from you. Huh.
Who was this? Cassie? He did this too.
Yeah. Cassie had left in 2018, and they said that she was like walking around the house with like a knife in her hand because she was crazy. She said she had PTSD and she'd just walk around her house like with a knife. He wasn't even there. And but one day she did show up and raped her,
Wow.
But how did he
and,
get to her house?
and raped me on my liver. His eyes were black. It was you cried. What did Sean do? He continued and finished inside of me. Then he got up and left. Did you ever have sex with him again? Yes, voluntarily. We had a good night. I went back to his house. Can you explain why you did that after he raped you? We had been together 10 years. Who did you stay in touch with? Most people, though I pulled away. What did you message Sean about after that? Just checking in. What did he send you? That he had iPads full of images. Get him his money.
May I say something?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for her, just so for what you just read. He raped her on the floor in her apartment. One, how did he get into the apartment? You know what I'm saying? He
He had
raped
keys to all of the places that she stayed in.
after I thought she left him already and was doing her own thing on her.
Oh, well, I don't
Yeah,
know
they
about
just
that.
left
So
him
you
there.
allowed him to, you invited him in. He raped you on the floor and his eyes was black. And then voluntarily down a couple of days later you had
What does
sex
that
with him.
mean? What does that mean? The eyes was black. You mean like all like no white?
Kind of like a shark eye. When people say that, it's like they have no life in their eyes, or it's just
Yeah.
like they're
Oh,
hearing
okay,
something
like
like
dull
demonic,
eyes.
shit like that.
Okay, I got you.
But you had sex with him voluntarily. Why? Was it because you needed money? I think she's doing these voluntary acts sexually with him because she knows she can get money from it.
That's kind of what I was saying. I'm like,
That's why I don't feel
after
sorry
so
for her.
long, I mean, you haven't spoke up, you haven't, you had plenty of opportunities to get away. What's keeping you there? And I
You
think,
know,
like you say, it's the money, the
you know
fame.
what? Yeah, it's the money, and she fucked up. She fucked up because after being in a whole marriage with your new husband and having kids, out of the blue, you blackmailed Diddy, and he gave you $30 million to keep your mouth shut, and now we're here. So if you wasn't being greedy because you thought he was an easy lick, like, oh well, I know how to get $30 million out of him, babe. Your husband helped you orchestrate this whole plan, and now y'all are here. But at the end of the day, you're still taking money from him. So are you really a victim? Because I don't know a couple. I don't know real rape victims or DV victims who go back to the person who was doing harm to them for a payout.
Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted with that as well. But I mean, at the same time, like I do believe he had a little bit of power over her. But I'm like you. But after so long, when do you pull yourself away from that? You hung around a little bit too long to really use that excuse. But I mean I get it.
But think about
I
it.
know how some people who are victims they get locked into situations.
But Raw, think about this though. At how addicted to drugs do y'all think she was at this point? Like she
I think
probably
she was pretty addicted.
she was a full on drug addict at this point, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. She was probably a full blooded damn.
If because they said, what did she say? She had to do these freak offs. What'd you say, 45 times a week, and she always had to be drugged up. So yeah, she was
Yeah,
addicted to that shit, bro.
she
But
doing
the
all these.
question is, did he introduce her to the drugs, or was she already doing drugs? A lot of people in LA do drugs.
I
I
They
one
met.
think
one of
she
my
said
coworkers
he introduced
from
her to ecstasy the first time that they had sex.
his
He gave her some ecstasy.
Well, they met. They met when she was 19. So I'm pretty sure a good deal. She was raised in this shit, so a good deal of the stuff she was introduced to was from him. I wouldn't have bet. You know what I'm saying? If you
Hmm.
was to ask me, you feel me? Because there's no way. I mean, bro, you can't know about that much stuff at 19. You just can't. I don't care how fast your life was. That
I
nigga.
mean, I definitely could say that he introduced her to people or around people who was doing things like that, but I don't think he forced her hand into doing it.
I hate using that G word. I hate using the G word, but man, it started to feel like she got groomed. It
She.
does.
You
That's
can't.
why I'm saying it kind of in a way like after so long, like I say, she could have got away. But yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of grooming in there.
Can you
I'm
really
with
groom
you.
a 21-year-old?
Can you groom me?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think you
grooming
can.
after they're not a minor anymore?
Yeah, if you did it prior to them being, coming of age, I think you can kind of. have their mind warped where they just feel like I think I'm doing the right thing, so maybe I should
That's
just keep
all
doing
she
this.
knew. Like, that's all she know is freak offs with Diddy. That's only
Hmm.
at this point of her life. That's all she knows, bro. She don't know about anything else. Drugs and freak offs. That's crazy. That is crazy, bro. I can't lie. It's kind of fucked up. But let's get back to it. I had to change around, change a little scenery. Okay. Okay. Nope. Nope. Move. All right, we're back. We're back. Matter of fact. Oh, all right. Oh. Had to change it. I had to switch it up a little bit, y'all. Switch it up.
Are you in your man cave?
Yeah. I'm a man cave now. This is daddy cave. All right. So let's get back to it. All right. Did you ever have sex with him again? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you explain why you did that 10 years? Who did you stay in touch with? Most people, though I pulled away. What did you miss, Sean? Just checking in. She was just checking in. She was looking for some drugs. I'm sorry to say it like that, but she had to be addicted, bro. She had to be dependent on this, this lifestyle. And so that he had iPads full of images, get him his money back. That's what I'm curious about. So, what did she owe him some money for having paid my now husband to be my trainer? Okay, so he felt betrayed. He wanted his money back because the trainer had took his girl. What did you write back? Do you want me to tell the truth? It's much deeper than iPads. There was abuse, more than freak offs. Down, get down, get down. A damn
Uh,
dog.
hey, are you asking people to like the pot, like the show,
Yeah, yeah. Y'all like and share and do all that
like
good
and
stuff.
share so we could get the engagement up?
We got 228 people. We're supposed to have more than that. So everybody, yeah, like and share, like and share. We put hard work and dedication into this. Money back for what? Okay, I passed one abuse. All right. There was a time I couldn't take the pain. Tried to walk out in traffic. My husband wouldn't let me. I had trauma therapy. Did you write? And then Cassie said, a book with chapters. My mom helped. What did you want? What did you want with the book? That Sean read it. So she wanted P Diddy to read her book. What pain did Sean put you through? Shame. To carry the things that were shameful for him. I took on a lot of responsibility for that I never should have. He brought the concept to me when I was 22. It was expected of me. I felt terrible. How did you get chapters to Sean? Through my attorney, and I reached out to KK, which is her friend. I asked her if he read it. She said it was not taken seriously. How much did you ask for the book? How much did you ask for the book? She said 30 million. Did you sue? So first she needed $30 million for her book. So she wanted $30 million for her book.
You see,
Hmm.
you see.
With the lawsuit, it settled for 20 million in 24 hours. Why are you testifying in this trial? The prosecutor asked. I can't carry this anymore. What's wrong? What's wrong is wrong. I tried people like they were disposable. I guess they meant treated people like they were disposable. Escorts, anybody. How many freak offs did you have with Sean? Impossible to know. Hundreds. After you broke up with Sean, did you ever do a freak off? No. No further questions. Jury out, judge. Judge, why don't we put off the cross until tomorrow? We'd like to start now. To be sure to finish. She will be finished by the end of the week, so no cross today. We'll just make up the time in other ways. Get the jury. The witness can be excused. Yes. Jury entering. Judge Branian. I looked up the judge background. He's an Indian. He did a lot of fraud cases, criminal fraud cases. And he's an Indian guy. You know, come here. Since you want to be famous so bad, you want to be all in the camera. I'm a little shit zoo. This is Alex. Ah.
Alex.
Too bad as hell. Now get down. All right, cool. You got what you wanted. All right, so you guys, I guess that's gonna be it. We believe we had agreed on. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we believe we had agreed that other sexual acts by the witness were not admissible. But we understand they intend to cross-examine her about her relationships with texts about sex, about Miss Venture fucking someone else. Why is that necessary? So I guess they just the jury had left. Okay, have a great evening. All rise. Okay, jury's in. I don't want to read these into the record, so I'll hand copies up. These are messages about jealousy in the vocabulary of "Are you fucking that person?" That's fair game. This is a real world way people express hurt. Okay, so they talking about what's going to be admissible in court tomorrow. We could do it in the robbing room. The defendant would have to be present, so the courthouse can seal. All right, so that's going to have to be sealed. Victim one would like to be heard. I see his hand, Mr. Wigdor. We are entitled to notice. Okay, all right. Cool beans, man. So that's it. I went through the 2 days see Cassie's testimony. Um, there was also the police officer. I don't think y'all really care about that. Uh, so y'all thoughts? Anything?
Man, I feel like she does have a little bit of complicity in this. I don't totally agree that, you know, me absolving Diddy or anything. I feel like he was definitely coercing her. He was trafficking her. I believe he was doing that, bro. So, I'm not gonna give him a pass on that. But I ain't giving her a pass either. So there's that.
Yeah, I agree with Rod. She's not 100% a victim in this. And I think the way Diddy did, I think it was all set up because she tried to. Well, hearing what you just read about her, she needed 30 million for a book deal, or to publish her book. But it's like, why are you coming to him after you already had 2 kids with your husband, asking for 30 million, but also trying to block him in a sense because like through Shade Room and Tasha K, she tried to blackmail him and try to expose him, and that's when he gave her the $30 million. So again, she's not a 100% a victim. She know that if she do or act a certain way, she can get money, or if she exposes certain things, she can get money. So at the end of the day, uh, she wants to be compensated for what she went through. Again, I just don't. I'm just not 100% on her side. She been with him for 10 years, knowing he was with Kim Porter. She allowed him to have sex with her, with men and with other women, and probably motherfucking people in animal costumes because they seem like they had that type of fetish. Um, she's 100 to me. She's not a complete victim here, and I think she's definitely trying to get sympathy points. Being in court. I know she's pregnant right now, so she's definitely trying to use her feminine energy to get sympathy points. But I'm not buying it. I'm not. I can't really fully say that I'm on her side. But
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
Bible.
make it seem like Diddy's not a monster. He's just a sexual deviant at this point. But she stayed. She didn't have to stay. There was many ways she could have got away from Diddy. but she didn't want to because if she get away from Diddy, she get away from the money, and I'll land there.
I
Yeah,
thought
can I throw this in before you go? Because I'm gonna let you, because it's your
no,
show.
man,
You
no,
get it
no, no.
last.
You do your thing,
But
bro.
I got a comment over here on my side from Earth Angel. She said once she realized that he manipulated her, she set out to take him down. A woman scorned, and I agree with that. But that's all. I just wanted to, throw that in there.
I think we're looking at basically, man, both two victims of that Hollywood system, that Hollywood hustle, man. Falling victims to the circumstances, dog. Drugs, money, sex. It's easy to let that take over, man. Let that fester. So, she was a young, cute lady. You know what I'm saying? And he, being the person that he is, like shit, it just happened that way. Hopefully, she can, she can start her life over and be a functioning person. And I agree, man. I agree. I think Phoenix said this earlier. She definitely hiding something. It's something she's not telling us the whole story about something. All right, so it's too many gaps in the story. All right, you went from freakouts to
Hmm.
walking around paranoid with a knife in your hand. Why
Yeah,
is she leaving stuff out? She asked the prosecutor, "Do you really want me to go into it?" Yeah, we do. Say everything. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows if she talk about the wrong people, what's gonna happen.
and she should reveal all the women she had sex with too. I know Janelle Monae is in there. I know a
Oh,
couple.
really?
I mean, I'm just speculating at this point.
Oh, okay.
Let me say allegedly, but Janelle Monae is definitely on the LGBTQIA side. You know what I'm saying? But tell Cassie, like, why? How come Cassie won't reveal the women she slept with too? I'm pretty sure she was in a threesome with a few women. But I digress, and it's all allegations. I allegedly think she was in cahoots with women in Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, she called that time that she had got raped, or she so called said she got raped or whatever on her living room floor. She probably saying that that's a rape now. She probably wasn't even saying that then.
But she let him in
That's
the.
my issue with this stuff. It's like after the fact now, it's rape and I was manipulated some kind of way, but back then it wasn't. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, because she had sex voluntarily with him a couple of days after, and I'm pretty sure he gave her money.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
why would you
shit!
still be hitting up? Why would you still be? She said she was checking up on him. Why you still checking up on somebody who you claim is walking around with a knife in your hand? Yeah, I think Janelle Monae is a tether.
Is she
Oh,
really?
she is.
Let me check.
I thought she was Black American.
Yeah.
Let me make sure.
You know, she's allegedly she's trying to have her own Diddy party, but in her own way. I heard she be
She
butt
gonna
naked
get
at
caught up.
parties. One of my coworkers, she's not originally from LA, but she was out there and she went to a party that Janelle Monae threw, and she be butt naked in the pool and shit.
I
She
can
Allegedly,
see that.
butt naked everywhere. I be seeing
Yeah,
her.
she
She be
do.
butt naked.
she got nice titties. I ain't gonna lie.
She got a
Yeah,
nice
nice,
body.
Y'all
I
know,
like Janelle Monae. I ain't gonna lie.
nice
y'all know
40
Men
year
in Black,
titties. You know,
the fourth one with the female and the white guy who played Thor.
Mm.
Y'all know she had.
Uh,
I know she had a sexual relationship with that female from Men in Black 4.
nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew
I
she was messing with women.
And that's not allegedly. That's something that actually happened. They had a sexual relationship.
I
It's
asked what her ethnicity is. It said she gay. What the hell? She is an African American descent. A fact that let me make this larger. African American descent. Uh, okay, where are her parents from? They hiding it now. Parents ethnicity.
Somebody popped up there.
African American. Her mother, Janet Robinson, and father were also African American. Jonelle's parents, who separated when okay, it looks like she is. Like she is Black American, Kansas.
From
See,
Kansas.
Baptist, that says a lot.
That would have said Baptist.
Right there at the end of that, at the
Okay,
Kansas
yeah,
City.
well, yeah, yeah. Well, it's confirmed. Then. Yeah, it's a Black American.
Can you pull
Yeah.
up Black Four? I just want y'all
No.
to see the visual for her.
Can I
Her
do what?
pull up Men in Black 4. I need to start doing this podcast with my laptop more.
Yeah, that's all you need. If it
Oh,
got a camera on it, you got it.
I'm on my cell phone. That's why.
You can do it on a cell phone.
I don't, I never did it. I never broadcast from my cell phone before.
Yep, you
Uh,
can.
so why you want me to bring up Men in Black
Big,
4 International? Huh?
bigger. So I
F.
can see
Gary Gray, he did the Men in Black.
the one who played Thor. Yeah.
I didn't know F. Gary Gray did that. Was he the director? Okay, what you saying? My bad. I don't know.
The female main character. What's her name?
Tessie Thompson.
Yes,
This,
that's who Janelle Monáe had a relationship with.
yeah, she could have picked somebody better than her. But whatever.
They said they had a great time. That it was very magical. The sexual tension was strong, and yeah, it was a lot of other words they used too. But
Lord
Um,
have mercy.
yeah, that's Janelle
confirmed
Monáe.
her bisexuality and also stated that she and Janelle love each other deeply. Okay. Well, they sliding, huh?
More than bumping, sliding.
Yeah, they bumping uglies, whatever
Okay.
they say.
They trying to match thoughts.
A
They-
bunch of
Tessa,
men.
ain't she like English or something? She from England?
Uh, okay, let me see. Uh, ethnicity. Let me see right here.
Afro Panamanian,
Afro.
Mexican, English, German, Irish, Scottish.
Oh, you looked it up already? That what it said?
Yeah, her father is Afro Panamanian. Her mother is half Mexican and half white.
Let me
Well,
go.
allegedly, these two met at a Diddy party. Allegedly.
I'm not
Yeah, see,
surprised.
that's the thing, bro. So like you hear him doing all this crazy shit. We know everybody was at the Diddy parties, but yet nobody ain't saying nothing about that. What's up with that? Like that, that's just weird to me. Nobody else has came up. No other famous people.
Because they all got some bullshit that they done did. They just gonna stay out of it. Just be silent.
She had to be coached on to not bring up anybody else's names. She had to be.
Oh, you know she did. Yeah, you know that.
How can we you talk about these situations and not bring up any other celebrity name? You only bringing up the people who don't matter. Yeah, that's some so that taints it for me, bro. When you deliberately hiding certain people, and yeah, you trying to, going after this one guy, that taints the whole thing to me. That messes everything up. It's no longer justice. Now it's targeting. Now you're targeting people, and I don't like that.
It hurts your credibility.
Yeah, yeah. Now I just want to throw the whole thing out. Now I don't want to listen to nobody. You
But
know what I'm
isn't
saying?
I wouldn't say a crime or anything, but isn't it an offense where you accept money knowing some uh I guess criminal things were in play?
So you talking about with Cassie?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, she committed crimes, but I believe they had to do an impunity. They had the impunity deal if she testified. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't be indicted on anything because she did admit. She said that, hey, I was there, participating. Like I was ordering people and I was, requesting and getting guys and all that kind of stuff. But they had to offer her an impunity deal. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, because she was always saying she was paying these escorts with Diddy's money. She always said it with Diddy's money. It was Diddy's money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But she ain't had no money. What money she had? You
Yeah, but
know,
I'm saying
shit.
she made that clear, so it wouldn't seem like she was looking for these people herself. But I think she was sometimes like we said she was on these drugs. I think sometimes she was hooking up with these folks, these escorts and whatnot, bro, and paying them.
That's what I'm saying. She was never innocent. I definitely do remember people calling her the bad girl of Hollywood before Diddy even got a hold of her fully.
Hmm.
Like Cassie was like, you know how Rihanna attitude was in the beginning of her career, like a bad girl persona. Cassie had the similar persona.
I said this earlier, man, but it seemed like her career would have probably had taken off, but when she came out, it was like the same chick. It was so many of the same chick at the same time. It was she came out. You had Sierra. You had a whole bunch of.
Yeah, you're
It was
right.
like it was
Carrie
like 100 different pretty light skinned skinny dancing girls that was singing at the
Mhm.
time.
Tinashe was out around that time. Carrie Wilson.
Yeah, and she
But
got caught
she,
up
but
in.
she did her music. That song that it was pretty catchy, bro. So I thought something was gonna happen with her career,
What?
but nothing
It's
ever
me and
happened.
you. Love.
Yeah.
I've been waiting. Think I wanna make my move now. That song.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Baby, tell me how you like it, please." I mean, yes, it was catchy. She was on 106 at Park. She performed it on 106 at Park. Yes, it was catchy. I remember when it came out. I think I was in eighth grade, going to ninth grade.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
and her the same age, so and I just thought, when I think about music, I kind of think about how it would appeal to white folks. Because white folks be the ones who buy it. They be the ones that go to the concerts. And I could see them just loving that song and, waiting for her album to come out.
but like Lowski said, like, was she really standing out? Like, she's a very
No.
ambiguous looking woman, but you have to also look at the other females that was out around her around that time too, like Anne Marie. I feel like her, Anne Marie, and Tiana, they all, not Tiana Taylor, but the other Tiana from Love and Hip Hop, they all kind of have that same light brown skinned look. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's just like, would her music really would have popped off? You know?
No, y'all right. It was like some cookie cutter shit, just reproducing the same individual.
And
Like they tried to do the boy bands.
yeah,
That
and
shit was corny.
pushing herself really that hard. She was. I feel like she was really trying to ride Diddy's coattail because Diddy is the music industry.
Yeah.
Hey, boss lady, on YouTube they say you can sing. You need to start singing more.
Oh, stop! Don't make my head big. I swear, y'all be gassing my head up on here.
All right, now
Yeah, be gassing my head. Don't make me big
She
headed.
knows shit like that.
we got to put you in the studio. You're gonna have to make the theme song for the podcast.
She can be the next Cassie.
Don't do that. I mean, shit. If I'm the next Cassie, I'm gonna keep my up like Young
What you
Miami.
talking about the freak off? You talking about the freak off side?
All of it.
If I'm gonna be the next Cassie, get
Or
five
you
hundred
talking about the
thousand a
studio?
month.
What you talking?
I'm gonna get 500,000 a month. The most expensive golden shower you will ever pay me.
Oh man, man, shit, bro.
Shit, times is hard. I'm not trying to work for nobody.
Man, you gonna rub some nut on raw nipples?
Like baby, like Johnson and Johnson. That shit gonna be like Afro. What is it? Afro Astro God.
All right, man. Well, look, man, we gonna end it there. You know what I'm saying? You know, I really appreciate y'all coming through. Oh shit, wait a
Pleasure.
minute. This shit fucking
No
up.
problem, bro.
Anyways, oh, can y'all hear that?
Nah, it's popping.
Somebody
See, it does this, man. They gonna have to fix that shit. Can y'all hear that? Yeah, they
Yeah, I
gotta
can
fix
hear
that
it.
shit. All right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all. Man, we had a great show, and for everybody out there,
We can't hear you now.
It did sound spooky.
No, it did. We can't hear you. But I think you were signing off though. So
Can
everybody appreciate Lowski appreciates y'all coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Y'all already know what to do.
like, subscribe, and share.
And share. That's right.
And follow us on Twitter. Don't be scared.
Facts.
Don't be shy.
All right, Lowski.
Can Lowski hear us?
He probably can, but we can't hear him.
Lowski, if you can hear us, put a thumbs up. Oh, wow.
He put a thumbs down.
We can't hear you. That's crazy.